know when it goes live.
Y'all think it's finna get crazy out there?
Oh yeah.
Hold on.
Oh yeah. It's scary right now. I think, oof.
Yeah.
We don't get into business. That's nice and all that.
I'm gonna share this.
Wazzo.
Look, we got a lot to talk about in so little time. Y'all getting your pleasantries out the way. What's up, Jamie, aka Wazzo?
Already.
How you doing?
Throw it off. What you say?
How you doing?
Trying to get this building together.
Okay.
Right it.
Wazzo, you still on the clock currently?
Huh?
Are you on the clock right now? Of course he is.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I'm on the clock.
You can't hear us.
Let me get my pleasantries out the way. Look, we got a lot to talk about. We got a special guest in a minute. So I'm going to say welcome. I'm glad y'all on time. If you see this on here, we got some company coming on. You know, this is the Marty A Johnson Show. It's a really, really, really big day. I might be a delay on your end, but just rock with me on here. Wazzo, where you at right now?
Goldsboro.
You're not in 252 right now, in the Murder Mount.
I'm in Goldsboro.
Okay, perfect. So look, like I said, it's a big show. We got a lot to talk about. Today is election day. We don't talk about politics on this show. Never have, never will. But today we're gonna do it for the first time. You know why? We're gonna make history today. We all know it's election time. We all know it's stuff going on in the world. But when you talk to people are real touchy, Charlene, when you talk about politics and religion. Am I right?
Yeah. Very true.
People get their feelings, people get salty, stuff like that. But today on the Marty A Johnson Show, it's a twist. We're going to talk about industry politics. It's a whole nother ball game.
Okay.
What really goes on behind the scenes, why certain artists get selected for certain things, why certain people get their shine.
Okay.
And a whole lot more. Lavelle, you got your contest winner. Came and talk today.
Woo!
Talk about. Do you have him on deck? Him or her?
Oh yeah, Cap Chan. He should be in the building right now. Hey Cap, introduce yourself if you're on. You should be on.
I don't see him.
Amazing.
I don't know where your boys. I don't know where your boy is at. I think that's him. Perfect. So look, I see him. His name is Cap.
Yep. Hey, Cap.
Yo.
What's going
This
on?
your contest winner.
What's up? What's
Yeah,
up?
man.
How y'all doing, man?
What up?
Thank you.
So
Yeah, man,
what's
Cap,
up? So what's up, Cap? How you doing? You doing good?
Yeah, I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I don't know yet. Do you even know my name?
Marty?
Marty what?
I mean, it would be cheating if I answered it because it's right behind you, but yeah.
I don't know. Let's see if we get it right. You know my name.
Yeah, Marty A Johnson.
Oh, you got your gold fronts in and all that stuff. Just there you can flow and all that stuff. Wow. And Charlene, my co-host is on time. Can you believe this? My co-host is ready today.
Holly boy.
So look, like I said, well, welcome. You're making your debut on them. Have Lavelle told you a little bit about this show? How we roll?
I mean, slightly, but I mean, you could refresh me. It'll be better that way.
I don't do that here. Clearly, you never tuned in on us. We're gonna get to know you a little bit. I'll let my co-host talk all about it. Hello, Official Raleigh boy. Mr. Raleigh boy, what are you doing? Can Official Raleigh boy hear me? Or Charlene, you can hear me though, right?
I can hear you.
I'm waiting my co-host to get it together on his end. So look, I'm gonna let my co-host tell me. So like I said, we have company coming in in 30 minutes. I need some of y'all be on y'all best behavior. Otherwise, you still get the rah-rah with us. But today we're gonna make history also on the Marty A Johnson Show. We're gonna talk about industry politics, why certain people getting chosen for certain things, why some people don't fuck with certain people. See, we get real talk here, Cap.
Okay.
We interview some of the biggest artists in the world. Fisher Raleigh boy, your audio working? I don't know if it's me. Let me see, Mr. Adams, can you hear me okay?
Yep. Mic check 1, 2.
Okay,
You in
I'm making
the house,
sure.
baby. Here we go.
What's up?
Okay, my co-host is struggling. I can see him, but he's struggling. So look, while you get together, I'm gonna school you in. We're gonna make history here. We have a very special guest coming on at 8 o'clock. Hopefully, y'all can take some notes because I'm taking y'all to school today. I'm gonna give y'all the real behind the scenes on the industry. I'm calling names out. I'm gonna piss people off. I'm pissing a lot of people off today. I'm gonna tell the real shit today.
Well, you rather be pissed off than pissed on. You know, that's the old saying in Carolina.
Okay, I like that though. I like that.
Yeah, what's your government name? What's in your driver's license? So we can get to know you a little bit. What's in your driver's license?
Who, me?
Yes.
Yeah, my name Devin Hinton, man. Yeah, like
That's see. I think we're starting off on a good start.
Yeah.
So look. So
Marty Red, you hear me?
I gotta make sure. Today we have a special guest. This person here, this person here sold over. I added up all the albums that he produced. He sold over exactly 74.5 million.
Wow.
He sold a lot of records. Multi-platinum, diamond. Official Raleigh boy, you good? I gotta make sure my co-host is good. I don't know. I'm trying to get my co-host involved. He's having technical difficulties. Official Raleigh boy, go out and come back in. So Lavelle, why you text my co-host? Tell everyone about your artist that you chose for the contest. Why him?
So look, first of all, I want to say thanks to everybody who did take the time to submit their verse, man. A lot of people did, take their time up with their pen, with some of the struggles they've been through, some of the stuff that's going on, putting it into that verse. I just want to say that first and foremost, just for the people who feel like, dang, how did he win? Or why didn't I win? I just want to, get that out the air. And I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna give everybody a shout out near the end of the show. All right. And that's what's up. And I got more stuff on the way for y'all. But the reason why I chose Cap, Cap is special, man. He's been spitting a long time. I've been kind of seeing his grind for years and years and years. The reason why I like what he did is because he connected with me instantly. A lot of the lyrical acrobatic people
connect with you what way? On his flow, his delivery.
So
I'm not an artist. I don't know. I just interview people.
Okay. I'm gonna say this. He connected with me because every single statement within his rhyme structure, when it connected, you believed it. You believed it. It wasn't him trying to, jump off a wall with a word here and there or try to say something that relates to a certain topic that's relevant. No, he said something that came from his heart, his soul. And I didn't know he did it off the top of his head. His verse was off. I didn't know that until like I called him one day. He's like, yeah, that was off top. That was in the car. That was on the way to McDonald's. And I was like, no. I was like, stop playing. And I'm not saying everybody else didn't freestyle, but I know most people did kind of like, rap theirs from their phone, or they kind of did it from a pen and pad place they had somewhere. But I could tell, I knew he said that it was off top, but it sounded so written. It sounded like it was part of a song, and I connected with it.
What's up?
Well, you gave a nice sermon for him. That hopefully, because some people because sometimes, like I said, I'm not an artist. I'm not trying to make records. Sometimes, this your Lavelle, I gotta call it what it is. You support the movement for a long time. I'm gonna ask them real question. Is he your cousin, your god brother, one of your BFFs, homies? Someone slipped you off in another. They slipped you off a blunt that you had from last week. They got you lit. I don't know.
No, I mean, I'm not gonna say none of that. I'm gonna say most of the team, when we did do the votes, they decided him too. You know, yeah, I mean, I know his movement, I know him, but it ain't just that. The people from Greensboro, the rest of the team, shouts to Jason Isaac and the other people on the panel, they were like, yeah, he connected. I believed him. And they didn't even know he was freestyling. It was just off the believability. And he had the witty wordplay in there. Like Barcelona on the shirt, coming off my soccer tees. Like then after that, he switched into a whole nother flow. He had about 4 flows within his verse. Most people only had 2, maybe 1.5. I think shouts to Corn. I think he had 2 in there. And let me get to y'all. But nah,
that's nice. Let me wait my coach. I might have him spit something. I might wait for my coach. Cap, first, where you from, Cap?
Yeah, I'm born and raised in Raleigh, North Carolina, man.
Oh, you original 919.
Yeah, born and raised.
Okay. My special guest just texted me saying, "Where's the link?" I just sent it to him. Why my special guest is? I'm gonna have you spit for my special guest. Wazo.
Yo.
Wazo,
you're an artist. You're out here doing your thing. You're on the grind and all that stuff. Is there a lot of politics in the industry? They only fuck with you if you're rocking with someone else. If you're kissing their ass, is there a lot? I mean, that's the hot topic today on the Marty A Johnson Show.
I can't say I've seen it because generally I haven't branched out. Like I only really deal with my team, so I haven't even tried to reach out to anybody.
Never mind. You've been locked up. I forgot. No disrespect. Never mind. Mr. Adams.
Hey, what's going on, Marty?
Well, I fuck with you, but you haven't been on the grind yet. Let me talk to someone that's been on the streets. Let me talk to someone that's been on the outside world for a little bit. Mr. Adams, you out here politicking. You out here on the hustle. You always in the D where they carjack. I mean, I love Detroit. They do. Home of the late great Aretha. Is there a lot of politics going on? If you ain't kissing ass.
Oh no, man, we ain't gonna
do like that.
Talk to me. It's just the way you raised, man. Me myself, to coming up in this hip hop thing, I always try to be a trendsetter, man. So like all that kissing ass, I don't even allow nobody to kiss my ass. So I damn sure ain't gonna kiss nobody else's ass. And if they doing that type of thing in the environment, that ain't the kind of business that I want to do. I try to stay away from that. You know, basically.
Y'all really trying to be real fresh right now. There's a lot of politics. Charlene, see, we're grown here. I've been doing this for a very long time. Okay, since people here not being honest, I'm gonna talk about myself. And I'm gonna give you a prime example. Once upon a time, this little black nigga named Marty had a show out. Nobody wouldn't give him an interview. True story. This is before this show. I wasn't the other dude who did the show. Shout out to him. I wasn't him. A lot of radio personalities wouldn't fuck with me because I wasn't giving them no money to interview their artists. Oh. It's like, I'm gonna pay you no mind. How about that? Fast forward. Okay, well, we'll get it together already. Look, fast forward, the same motherfuckers who did not want to give me no shine, they're in my inbox right now talking about, bro, what's good? Can you link up with my artist? Because they see I get the plugs too, without kissing ass. But Lavelle, is it like that for you? Politics. You ain't with this camp. You ain't sliding them the DJs extra $100. You ain't giving them a blunt.
Hell yeah, man. It's always like that. It's always like that. Shit. You can know somebody who's friends with somebody that can get you right to the door, but it ain't never that simple, man.
Charlene, you're from the gospel world. You from the gospel world. Is it politics in gospel? Because you're not putting enough money in the Tide box.
I mean,
seriously.
Of course. It's like, okay, I'm gonna give you you can come in on Sunday and you can do such and such. But have you paid your tithes this month?
No, seriously. That's the hot topic on the Marty A Johnson Show. Industry politics. So Charlene's from the gospel world. It's the same thing. Okay, Charlene, we're talking real talk here. Sorry, church, I'm calling how would I see it. Some of the pastors, they mad at you because you ain't coming in with no panties on. And they happily married. It happens.
That's true.
What y'all laughing for? It happened. See, on this show, Cap, we give, clearly you never tuned in, we give the real talk.
No, that's cool. I like real talk, man. It's just, I mean, it was unexpected, but yeah, I like real talk though. That's cool with me.
When Wayne did my show, I gave him the business. I was like, yo, that's what it is. But so I'm saying, the hot topic is industry politics. Is it because you don't fuck with a certain camp? See, wait till my celebrity interview comes at 8 o'clock. He's gonna tell you the real behind the scenes because I'm asking them real questions. If you ain't popping, right now in the industry, why they're not rocking with you?
Like you were saying, even in church, like sometimes if you're not part of a particular clique within the church, you know, they'll do a whole lot of stuff for the people that are close to the pastors or whatever. But if you have your own talent and you go to them and you ask them to help you with something, you know, it's like they shoo you away. Like you're not as important as my friend is. So we're gonna take my friend up under our wing and you just leave us alone. It's like you get shunned a lot in the church. And that's why a lot of people just turn away. You know, you want to sing for the Lord and you want to do right. And then when you go to people within the church, they choose who they want to help. You know, everybody's not treated the same and it's just not right.
Not even in the gospel. It's all over. Lavelle, you just did a contest, Lavelle. You announced your winner right now. You announced your winner today, which I'm glad you're doing it today on the show, which I definitely appreciate.
Oh yeah.
There's a lot of politics. Hell, why are you doing it on Marty's show? Why are you doing it with Marty? Why don't you do it with this person? I'm giving real talk. It's all about politics. I don't care. I don't lose no sleep.
Oh yeah, true that. True that. I mean, there was, you know, we had a couple other plugs that fell through, you know. People.
I don't lose no sleep. But no.
I can't even remember them, to be honest.
Well, they're not getting no shine. They're not getting no shine there. I'm just talking about the industry politics. Why people need to submit their stuff to Lavelle the artist when you're an artist yourself. Why would I try to tap in with you? And I got my own 16 I'm trying to pop off. And you trying to get your own deal. Why I need to submit to you? You might steal my verses. That's how the industry is. Why I need to tap in with you? And you're an artist too. Why? I mean, this is real talk today.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it is, man. People can just go off their perception, but they're gonna have to see for themselves, man. I say soon you understand, man. That's just what I always say. I mean, the artist always creates, man. It's opportunities that I do create. So that's gonna be the door that you just don't go in, you know? It's just how it works.
Right. And you know what, man? You know what, Marty? I may have answered the question wrong. Yeah, there are politics in the business. Oh, definitely. What I was saying was, you know, I try not to operate in that scene when they picking and choosing like that. But it is definitely real, man. Just like the lady said, Charlene, you know, it's like that. I have had a few artists tell me they got awesome voices, but they get overlooked or picked because they ain't giving up the box. They ain't doing certain things that the pastor want them to do. You know what I'm saying? It's a dirty game out there, but you know, us that boom sound, we here to clean it up, man. We're gonna build some trust with the fans and the artists. We're gonna bring them.
But that's another thing, like with your show, Marty. You know, people can say what they want to say, but me firsthand, I love it because we all network with each other. You know what I'm saying? The guests that you bring up here, everybody helps everybody.
Absolutely.
And you get to learn so much stuff from each individual that you bring up here. And these are not just guests, but they're friendships and partnerships sometimes that are lifelong. You know, and I really appreciate that. I really appreciate the famous guests that you bring up here as well, because they teach us so much. You know, it's not, we laugh and we joke up here, but we also, it's a learning environment for us as artists as well. And that opportunity that you give each and every one of us every week is amazing. And I want to thank you for that.
Yeah, man, salute.
Look, it ain't even about me. It's about me being nosy and asking Wazo. Wazo, I can tell you business. We all know you came home last year. You just got off paper officially. You can actually. That's real talk. You just got off. I mean, that's the street life. A lot. Someone someone else in the same situation. Wazo, the industry has changed so much. I see you're doing really good work. You're very talented. You can switch it up. You can be a comedian. You can rap, but you ain't coming up with no money. But you're very talented. No disrespect to Cap. Cap may not have all the skills. He might be Lavelle's cousin on the low. That's how the industry is. Don't worry. I'm gonna put him to the test in a minute.
It's crazy.
So Waldo, when's the last time a producer turned you down that you didn't want to rock with?
Everybody that I ever rap, I've never had any.
Oh goodness.
Anybody turn me down. I haven't dealt with but a few, and all of them were like ready to work with me, like anxious to work with me.
Me too. Wazo, this is 2021 now. Since when? Who do you talk to? Your cousin and one of your boys? Or this is so not a yes man? I'm not saying that's what they are, but are they yes men?
Nah, I ain't got too many. It might be a couple yes men here now and then, but I ain't got too many yes men around me, man. They give me the business and I learn, man. That's what I'm up here for, Marty.
Thanks.
I be learning to see what's going on, man. I don't know this stuff.
Well, let me ask Cap, since Cap never been on the show. You don't know who I am and all this stuff. Let me ask him the hard question. So how long you been rapping, Cap? How long?
On and off, probably since high school.
I don't know. When's high school? 20 years ago? 30 years ago? 40, 50?
Probably about, I say, I turned 27 this month on the 13th. So I would say probably since I was like maybe 16.
Okay. So you've been at it when? How long?
I mean, okay. So what do you mean by rapping? Like, I mean, I've always like been around my homeboys or my friends and like freestyle. But like, if you mean like going like to the studio and putting songs down,
right?
It's probably since I was like maybe 18, 19.
So you're out here on the grind. You just won Lavelle's contest. Salute to that.
Yeah.
Before the contest, I'm sure before the pandemic, you was out there meeting producers, meeting DJs, out on the grind. I'm assuming that's what most artists do. If they're serious about it.
So honestly, I get nervous real easy. Like I'm nervous now just being on the show, like just being in front of people, like talking and like even rapping, like it's just hard because like that's not what I'm used to. Like, so for me winning, it was kind of big because like I didn't even want to do it because I literally sat there with my video for 30, 45 minutes before I even posted it because I'm just so, I guess like I care about people's opinion too much and I would rather them not listen to it than tell me something bad when it's better to get a little bit of constructive criticism every now and then. But I don't know, it's just something I'm working on.
Here's one thing about the politics of the industry. And again, in about 5 minutes, we have an interview coming up. He sold 74 million records. I'm going to tell who he worked with in a couple of minutes. I'm glad you said that about you. Some artists, I'm going to use you and Wazo. A lot of politics in the industry. And here, now I'm going to give you real talk. There's a lot of politics going on. I haven't even heard you rap. I haven't heard nothing yet.
I mean, it's hard. It's hard to hear me rap.
I'm gonna get to that. You got your hat on, flexing, got your gold teeth. We see you. Hold on.
I mean, it's like, okay, so with the politics thing, I don't want it to seem like it's any politics because beforehand, I didn't want nothing to do with anything. I didn't want no money. I didn't ask for nothing. I did it because I was working on my confidence level. So more so like me coming out as a artist and being more like appreciative of my skill. Like I wanted to show it off and make sure like I get used to doing that. Because I'm not gonna lie, like shit, just like you was talking to Buddy, I done been to prison before. I done did time. I just got off papers too. Like I'm like, yeah, I've been around a lot of shit. I've done a lot of shit. I've lived a long life in a short period of time. So it's like, for me, I'm trying to like take my skills and branch off and do something better than like the shit that I'm normally used to. And it's just hard for me to like, I guess, take the nerves that I have to do other shit and put it into like more perspective, I guess.
Let me break it down to you. What you told me, you don't sound convincing.
Okay.
You don't sound convincing. Real, don't take this the wrong way. Real soft spoken. I'm gonna tell you the politics. That's the hot topic today on the Marty A Johnson Show. He might can rap, but shout out to Jay Chosen, the guy from last week, who been on the show. He was on The Voice, the major platform. Anyhow, back to you.
So that's how you know it has nothing to do with politics, though. I have nothing on my background.
Let me get my hope. Clearly, Lavelle, you didn't give him the memo on the Marty A Johnson Show. Clearly, I'm trying to give him a compliment.
He's straight.
I'm gonna get back to him. Back to what I was about to say. I think he could be very talented. What my point I was trying to make was, Wazo comes on. Let's just hypothetically speaking, Cap can rap very good. Hypothetically speaking, Cap can really rap. But just Wazo popping off, I'm ready to go with Wazo because Wazo pretty much has that storyline. Okay, I can sell this better. If I'm an A&R person, that's what I'm talking about. Politics, say on the Marty A Johnson Show. That's one of the ins and outs. You said he had a good delivery. Sometimes people come on the show, Lavelle, even you as an artist, you might be very quiet in the beginning, but they'll say, "Oh, we can't sell this." But you know exactly what I'm talking about, Charlene. You get what I'm saying, Charlene?
Exactly.
Just like with a pretty girl with a fat ass, I can sell this, and I can work on her vocals later. Wazo, you feel what I'm saying, Wazo?
I'm with you, Rap.
That's what I'm saying. Lavelle, are you following the industry when I'm breaking down here? My bad.
Because
I am following you, Marty.
A lot different than the fat Charlene was.
Yeah. I'm gonna get back to Cap because he might be a little salty with me.
What's the difference, Charlene?
Yeah, I'm not. Ask Marty. Skinny Charlene is a whole lot different than the fat Charlene was.
Okay.
It's a different energy. I'll use Charlene. Charlene, how much weight did you lose? 200 pounds?
100 and something pounds.
How much?
100 and something.
Over 100 pounds.
Mm-hmm.
The industry different. Oh, we might keep Charlene in the gospel lane because we can't market a big girl versus Keisha, who got a fat booty and can't sing a lick. But Charlene, that's the politics. We can sell Kiki on paper. Because we can say, I'll say a sweetie. Everyone knows a sweetie, fellas. We can sell a sweetie.
Yeah.
We can't market Charlene. That's the politics today. Lavelle.
True.
Lavelle, I'm gonna get back to your guy in a minute. He might be salty with me. I'm gonna get back to him in a second.
Right.
How can you sell an artist that really don't have all the vocal abilities, but they got this big persona? How can you sell that?
If she got a persona, then you got the attention right there. But to keep it, you're gonna have to kind of get that aesthetic up. You know, you're gonna have to make sure that makeup is right, make sure there's some features that are defined. You know, make sure there's some skin exposed, because the personality in that, once it's together, it's over. You see it. We see it right now. Megan, Cardi, literally. Once that's together, we blind. We just listening to anything.
Wow. I guess he hung up on me. Wazo.
Yeah, man.
Why are you not getting your pop-up the way you want it right now?
I really don't understand the workings of social media right now. I don't understand. Maybe I'm a victim of this politics, man. Maybe, and I don't even realize it. But
no, go ahead.
But
oh my guy's coming in now.
I'm just trying to figure out how to be heard. That's all I want to do is be heard, man.
What if you had a dope manager? What if you had a dope manager, a dope cosign, Cap? Yeah, Big Cap. Cap, hypothetically speaking, Cap, let me hear you spit something, Cap, if you don't mind. Can I hear you spit something?
Nah, you can't, man. I can't do it for you, man. You
Okay. Good enough.
Are you serious?
Huh?
Are you
Yeah,
serious? You on a big platform like this right here, you ain't gonna spit nothing, dog.
Look,
Hey, nah. Cap. Come on, 15, 16, 12,
hold
8.
on. Let me get my introduction ready. Good night, Cap. I want to give him a cosign. Wow, this is an opportunity of a lifetime. That's what I mean by industry politics. This gentleman right here, he sold over 75 million records. He worked with some of the biggest names in the world. Let me give you a prime example. He worked with Tamar Braxton. He also worked with friend of the show, Ginwine. He worked with Jenny from the Block. He's a big composer, multi-platinum. He's over here profiling right now. I see you, bro. Mr. Troy Oliver, what's up, man?
Yo, what's good, man?
Look, I want to say thank you. Look, over the weekend, let me give everyone, he's actually from my hometown in Connecticut. Shout out to 860, shout out to everyone in New London,
No
yada.
doubt.
We see him here. Ironically, last week, I texted him last week and said, congratulations. He has the #1 album in the country he produced for Trey Songz. Congratulations again.
Appreciate it.
So when I texted him, I said, why you got this #1 album, you're not on the Marty A Johnson Show talking all about it? He said, when you want me. He said, when you want me. He said, when you want me. I said, Tuesday night. And voila, he's here.
Voila, we here.
Look, I had an artist. See, Troy, let me tell you, Troy, the hot topic. See, I'm gonna give everyone the real 411 on the industry, because on this show we don't talk about politics. I know you're a church man every Sunday. He's a composer. He's very talented. Tell some of the instruments that you play and you compose with. What's some of your specialties?
My main instrument is the keys, but I play guitar, bass, drums, violin, little cello. You know, it's a couple instruments.
Oh, wow.
Okay. Nice.
Yeah,
Perfect.
Just a couple.
We're gonna work with some of the biggest names in the world. But look, today we're going to school today, because today the hot top, because since this is an election year and politics, I don't get into that on this show. Your beliefs are your beliefs. To each his own. Just get out there and vote. My co-host is coming in. So, but today on the show, we're gonna talk about industry politics.
Okay. Don't mind me. I'm just getting this right. My first time using this little
perfect.
Light
we can get into 2020. Official Raleigh boy. You see my co-host? He's there. Official Raleigh boy, you good?
Okay, yeah, thanks everybody. I bet.
Perfect. So look, Troy knows how this show is. He knows how I get down this show. He knows I'm not gonna ask them basic scripted questions that everyone knows.
Nah.
We go in.
You definitely asked the best questions, like for real.
Wait, my co-host too. Look, I gave another guy. I told him I had a multi-platinum producer that sold over 75 million records to spit something for me. Bro got in his feelings. See, you gotta be ready. See, opportunity of a lifetime. And the guy who did the contest, he's pissed right now. Opportunity of a lifetime. I said, bro, spit something for me. He didn't want to do it. He got his feelings.
He could do it. I mean, shoot, I'm about to spit something.
Too bad. We're gonna move on from here. Next. Back to Troy. Official Raleigh boy. You good, Official Raleigh boy?
What's up, y'all? Peace, Troy. What's up, everybody?
What's good?
What's
good?
Troy, where you at? Mr. Oliver, because my co-host's real name is Troy. I'm going to Mr. Oliver today. Mr. Oliver, where you at right now? You in Atlanta?
I'm home. Yeah, I'm home. I'm in my studio at home.
Take me all the way back. So like I said, we did IG live with us. We want to talk about some of the politics in the industry. I already know you work with some of the biggest names in the industry. I know you did some legendary people. So
I bet you I can name somebody you didn't know I worked with.
Go ahead, tell me.
Celine Dion.
Oh,
wow. Which album?
Hall & Oates.
Ooh.
Lenny
I can't
Kravitz.
go for that. Go for that. I ain't gonna sing no more because I have to pay for it. Can't sing no more.
I got a funny story about Lenny Kravitz. If we had time, I'll tell it. So,
well, do me a favor first. Call him up on the show. We got plenty of time. Corey here want to call up for us.
I got his number. I ain't talked to Lenny in years. So Lenny came in. We were supposed to work on a remix for Jennifer. We were doing like one of Jennifer albums. This is years ago.
Jennifer
he
Lopez.
Comes in the studio.
Go ahead.
He comes in the studio. You know, I'm chilling, whatever. Back then I was drinking like brown liquor, so I had some like Hennessy. I'm chilling. I'm drinking. He come in. You know him saying he's like, yo, I'm not really feeling this right now. Like, I want to work on my own shit. I'm like, so what you want to do? He's like, all right, F Jennifer. Let's work on some music for me. He pulls out a joint. He rolls up, and the rest is history.
Shout out to Lenny Kravitz.
So I did a record with Lenny Kravitz.
See, that's some industry politics. At the time, was this the time when she was like smoking hot with the On the Six album? This during that time?
Yeah, it was after. This is when she was dating Diddy. Like,
okay,
she had just did I'm Real. Like, she was real popping. Like, yeah, it was crazy.
When she was about that life back then, when she was that real Jenny from the block, she was that hood chick back then. She elevated now. Yeah, no doubt. So look, we're gonna go back in time a little bit. I know you work with some of your faves that they're legendary, but they may not be as popping on the charts. I know some of your favorites are Ruffins. Those are your guys.
Yeah, those are my guys.
Kiki Wyatt, stuff like
Love
that.
Kiki.
Let me start off with friend of the show. I'm gonna say Ginwine. He's a good friend of the show. When you produce artists, when they come to you, what's some of the things that you look for in an artist that you say, no, I'm not gonna work with it? First, what do you look for when they come to you for a record?
Now, you talking about an established artist or a new artist?
Established. We're talking about established first.
Established artists, I automatically expect professionalism. I automatically expect that we're gonna be able to get through the record, you know what I'm saying, smoothly. Not saying that there's never no hiccups or bumps, but like the main thing when you work with artists is vibing. Like, as long as you catch a vibe, you good. And real talk, a lot of times, man, I've been in sessions like when I first started working with G, we camped out for like 2 or 3 weeks. For the first 2 or 3 days, we didn't even do no music. Right. We were just vibing, like hanging out, going to the club, just getting to know each other, like making sure that the vibe was there. Like, exactly. So when it came time for the music, it was easy because we already established that. Now, you don't get that opportunity with every artist you work with. So it's important to have, for me, it's important to establish a vibe to make sure there's a connection. Like, we on the same wavelength, you know what I'm saying? We think the same way, you know what I'm saying, melodically, musically, like the same melodies that you know what I'm saying, move me, move you. Like, we got to be like, it has to be a connection. So you have to find something that connects you, whether it's Madden, whether it's both, whether everybody in the room smoke weed, everybody in the room drink, everybody in the room church. You know what I'm saying? It has to be a connection.
Find that common denominator for somewhere.
Yeah, gotta be.
That's like me and my co-host. I know my co-host before, but we never started hanging out. So we started doing this show. Like him and I would take road trips. Right. Just to vibe the whole time. He'd take me to smokehouse. He'd take me to smokehouse sessions. Look, in the A.
Hey yo, I take him to smoke sessions to his own people's house.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah, turn up.
Word.
So that's important. So with that being said, a lot of people don't realize politics, just like doing shows like this. We're gonna get to that in a minute. So let's talk about a time about the politics when you wasn't the multi-platinum producer, sold millions and millions of records. Tell me about the time. Again, shout out to my hometown, New London, Connecticut. I'm about to tell some of your business. I ain't gonna tell all of it. Official Oliver, remember we went to Connecticut? Official. Oh, Mr. Oliver. I keep calling Mr. Michael. I took my co-host to New London. I took him there. He didn't want to leave. Right. Right.
He didn't want to leave.
I didn't want to leave. It was new for me, so you know.
I was like, if you don't come on.
I ran around all night. Casino, I was everywhere.
Oh, man, which casino?
He went to both. Foxwoods in Mohegan.
I get that, but I mean,
We got to go. Okay, with that being said, so I want to give y'all that setting like that. I took my calls to official ride boy to my hometown, New London, Connecticut. Our special guest, multi-platinum producer Troy Oliver, he lived there, same place I lived at. Tell me about the time when you got $1 million check back in the day. Tell me you've been a big contract on the Jennifer Lopez album, and you living in the hood. Tell me about that time. The politics, like, why are we giving him this big check and he in the hood? Tell me about the politics of the entry. Why are we gonna give him all this money?
First of all, who told you it was $1 million check?
Well, I think I might be exaggerating, but it was a nice check. Yeah, I know that.
You definitely exaggerate. Definitely exaggerating. It wasn't $1 million.
That's what I heard. That's why I got you, so we can clear up all the rumors.
Wasn't $1 million. It was $500,000.
Okay, I'm close. It was basically back to the politics of the industry. Why should we give Troy Oliver at the time? Why should we give him this big check when we can just give it to someone else at half the cost? So tell me about that time.
Well, so when I signed my first, that was a publishing deal. When I signed that publishing deal, I had already had like 2 records out. Mm-hmm. And one of the records was a record called Do Your Thing on a group called 7 Mile. 7 Mile was on Mariah Carey's label, which was Crave Records. The record was doing like phenomenal. Like in a matter of 4 weeks, it jumped to like number 9 on Billboard charts. It was doing real good. What shut that record down was the fact that at that time, Tommy and Mariah had broke up. So once Tommy broke up with Mariah, he shut down the label, everything. Yeah. So he's like, I'm not messing with you. So all that got shut down. So I had a little buzz. So basically, they knew my potential. So the money I got wasn't based off what I've done. It was based off what they knew I could do. Got it. It was like, this dude is talented. He's young. He's up and coming. He's hungry. They see my grind. But nobody knows the story. Like, well, a few people know, like my ex-wife, she knows, and niggas
I know them.
So very well. But you know what I'm saying? I used to get on a Metro North train in Old Saybrook. I used to get dropped off in Old Saybrook.
Okay. That's Old Saybrook, Connecticut. Go ahead.
Yeah. A bag of clothes, my drum machine in a big case, keyboards in cases, and my modules. So I'm getting on the train, skinny little dude with like 5 or 6 big cases and a bag of clothes, lugging it by myself. Did that for like 3 or 4 years, hustling back and forth, like going to New York, like at least 3-4 times a month, staying in New York, staying in hotels, staying with different people, like leaving my family, just like making a sacrifice, paying my dues. It was time I'd be in New York. I had $5 in my name, and I knew I had to be out there for 4 or 5 days. I didn't know how I was going to eat. I just knew I had to get the music done. Like eating wasn't even a priority. Like, no, like, long as I get this music done and they see I'm dedicated to what I'm trying to do. And real talk, at that point, I had no clue or idea what a publishing deal was or the ability to make the kind of money that I made. I just knew this is what I want to do. So I'm going to do whatever it takes to make it happen. Like, I sacrificed a lot. I sacrificed not seeing my kids grow up at a certain point in time of their life. You know what I'm saying? I tell people to this day, like me and my ex, we get along. Me and the kid, we get along well now. We cool. But I tell people to this day, like, my job is what ended my marriage, my first marriage. Like, just the way that I had to put the time in. Like, it takes a whole nother type of person to be with someone that sacrifices the way you do to be successful in any industry, but especially the music industry.
So like, I just put the time in. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
During that time, like I said, for those who late for the Marty A Johnson Show with the Fisher Raleigh boy, we got Grammy nominated, multi-platinum producer, Mr. Troy Oliver. We're gonna talk about the politics of the industry. That's the hot topic today. See, during the time when you was up and coming, then you got your hit records. Do you remember that this is the era when producers are becoming artists? Right. Puffy, he's a friend to the show. Sean Garrett, hell, Ninth Wonder, he's a friend of the show also. He wasn't an artist, but he had his Gemma records. You're one of the few. They look at you like, you don't want to be an artist? What's wrong with you? But that's some of the politics. Have you got that? There was like at the time, won't you be an artist too? Because sometimes during that time, artists being producers.
True story. And it settled it for me. 2 true stories real quick. So I wrote a song with Jennifer. My piano on? I don't have my piano on. I wrote a song with Jennifer called Secretly, right? I forgot which album it was on. Slow song, never single. It was just a song on the album. I wrote it literally sitting at the piano. I'm sitting at the piano in the studio. I'm just doodling, just playing, you know, doodle. Jennifer comes sit right next to me. She smelled like the Garden of Eden. Whew. I just had a flashback. She sits next to me, smell like the Garden of Eden. I'm doodling. The executive producer, Corey Rooney, he comes, he stands at the piano, and this other writer I'm working with, Kalila, she comes in. So we all just in it, and we literally write a song on the spot called Secretly. I forgot what album it's on. Anyway, we do the song. While we're working on it, Jennifer says, hey, why don't you come on tour with me? I want you to tour with me. I want you to be my MD. I want you to play for me. Like, I love the way you play. I'm like, not gonna be able to do that. I don't. So I literally told Jennifer, no, I don't want to go on tour with you. Like that's not what I want to. I'd rather be here in the studio being creative. Because for me, going on tour with Jennifer was like taking a step back.
Right.
Versus, cause this is where the money is made. I ain't gonna make no money on tour. You feel what I'm saying? So it was like coming up in that era, to be a star was like another quick story. I was in New London at Chuck E. Cheese. You remember what Chuck E. Cheese was? What role was that? Of course I remember. So I'm at Chuck E. Cheese.
You're older than me, right? But I still know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna tie these 2 stories together. I'm at Chuck E. Cheese. I just came back from New York. I think Differences was out already, or Someone to Love You. One of the records out, and he was doing well. And I had been gone for like 2 or 3 weeks. So I came back, and it was my nephew. I think my nephew Darrell's birthday, somebody's birthday. So I got my nieces and my nephews and my kids, pulled them in the truck, piled them in the truck, and we go to Chuck E. Cheese. And it was just me, not their mothers, not my sister-in-law, not my wife at the time, just me and all these kids. And I just told them to go to Chuck, y'all just go for it. I'm in Chuck E. Cheese with my kids, and I don't remember who it was. This dude walks up to me as I'm holding my daughter's hand. Yo, Troy Island, yo, I rap. I'm trying to get on. I was like, yo, I feel you, my dude. Right now is not a good time. Right. I'm with my kids, my nieces and nephew. You know what I'm saying? I got a studio downtown on Union Street. Come holler at me on Tuesday. Right. I'll be around. Right? Bet. We sit down, we eating pizza. My son is right here. My nephew's right there. My daughter's right here. And I had another table of nephews and nieces behind us. Okay. This dude comes and stand. I don't know if you remember set up at Chuck E. Cheese. He comes and stands at the foot of the table and literally starts rhyming and dancing in front of my kids, my nieces, and my nephew. Like just going sick. Like, I mean, he cussing, he everything. Yeah, da-da-da-da. I'm like, yo, my guy, like, I'm with my kids, I'm with my family. I can't even hear you right now. And he went on for like 5 minutes and wouldn't stop. Then he walked away like, bet, I see you at Union Street Tuesday. In my mind, I was like, nah, I'm not gonna see you. That's yeah. For me, it was like, I don't want fame, because if this is what fame does to you, like for me, it was very important that I be able to spend time with my children publicly and not be harassed, getting demos thrown in my face, like, yo, put me on, and that type of stuff happening. So it was easy for me to tell Jennifer, I don't want to go on tour with you because I don't want to live that life. I don't need a spotlight. I don't want a spotlight. I don't want to be your MD. I don't want to be an artist because I want to be able to go to the mall. I want to be able to go to Chuck E. Cheese. I want to be able to go out to eat and don't nobody know who I am or what I do. I want to go to Six Flags. I want to ride the roller coasters. I don't want special treatment. I want to live a regular life. So for me, it was important to make sure I did that, and for my kids, that they would not get harassed in school, on a playground. So that was my thought, even in a young age. That's why I never wanted to be an artist.
A lot of people don't realize the politics of the industry. A lot of people see the star. Truth be told, look, we're giving y'all some free exclusive. So thank me and the Fisher Rod Boy later. A lot of people don't know that I ain't getting all in your wallet. Producers, when you do it right, you make a nice piece of check. You get a nice check. You don't have to work if your business is right. I say that if your business is right, your copyrights and stuff's right. Correct me if I'm wrong. 'Cause again, I'm not a producer.
Right.
You know, I'm Marty. Correct me if I'm wrong. The politics, the publishing is nice. If you do it right. Now, I already know. I ain't gonna say it all, but I already know a lot of stuff already. But
right.
Let's just say the differences from Ginwine, who's friend of the show, Jenny from the block, that album, I'm Real, even though that was 20 years ago, you're still doing good.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I am.
Right. So
facts.
Trust me, I know. So when
real talk, you see this
ahead.
Arizona tea? You see this?
I see it.
I bought it because of Ginwine. Different just bought this for me.
Right.
I did that record 20 years ago, like literally. But like you said, your paperwork got to be right. I'm gonna put you on to something. 20 years ago, when I signed my contract, there was nothing known as streaming,
right,
or downloads. Right. That wasn't even a thought. So literally, just recently, I had to go back, like as of this year. Wow, October 17, 2000 is when I signed my production deal, my publishing deal. So I've been in the same publishing deal for 20 years.
Right.
It's just now getting updated.
So you can get that other streaming income coming in. So you can get that other check. So
let me ask you this question. Streaming has been big for how long?
You behind, bro. A long time.
How long streaming been made?
I'm gonna say
give me a number.
I'm gonna say I use 10 years. I say 10 years, even though longer.
All right, that's streaming. Now what about downloads? Like buying from iTunes, you know what I'm saying?
That been out 15 years.
So when I signed my contract, none of that was even in play. So where is the money
that retro, or you don't get it retro? You gotta start from today.
I'm about to ask you a question. So where is my money from the streaming and the downloads, since it wasn't in my initial contract?
You need a good attorney.
Where's that money?
Yeah, you need.
I'm not finna put you in all my business. I'll just ask. It's a rhetorical question. Like
Charlene, what's your answer, Charlene? I'm not an artist. Go ahead, Charlene. Charlene's an artist. I'm asking Charlene. Charlene, where's all his money at? The label has his money. Basically, you're in a TLC situation. Remember TLC? Look, that part I do know. There is like I'll say Puffy, so everyone knows Puffy, Bad Boy. I'll use a Puffy, so everyone knows Puffy. Basically, there's like the middle person, the A&R, the CEO. Basically, it's the label has your money. It's the label, then it's the publishing. It's between those two. That part I do know.
Okay, so you're a little hip to it. So without putting all my business out there, I've taken care of my business. I have a great attorney.
Right.
Denise Brown Henderson. Look her up. She's amazing.
We'll be talking next week about that.
Yeah, she's got me right, and she's getting me together. But like the reality of it is, for it's like 100 or 200 niggas like me that signed deals back in 2000, 2001 that had nothing to do with streaming, downloading, or any of that. And a lot of niggas are stuck in them situations, and they stuck making money. And the streaming money that should be coming to us as producers and writers is going to the label. Yeah. And they eating good. Like, real talk, ain't nobody talking about it, but there was a point in time in the music industry where it took a major hit. When like Napster came out, iTunes, all that, and they wasn't ready for it. And people stopped buying CDs. And you know what I'm saying? Once CDs stopped selling, that's when we took a hit. Right. And money wasn't flowing like it was. And they stopped signing big deals and all that. But when streaming came into place and iTunes linked up with the record labels and Spotify and all that, and they start making his money, now the label's making money hand over foot because they know they got a bunch of contracts.
You got to go back and look
that
at
are not don't have nothing to do with streaming in it. Like, so now these contracts got to be updated. They're called MDRC contracts. And now they got to be updated to like just basically a recoupment contract. You recoup the money we give you, boom, all right, we'll cut you another check or we'll let you go. MDRC is based off the amount of releases you put out. Like the amount of releases you put out ain't got nothing to do with streaming.
That's right.
And say you don't get your bread back from the releases. Now you stuck in a situation until you recoup. Major word in publishing is recoupment. Like,
Okay,
You
for
have
those that
to
don't
recoup.
know, I know what recoup means. So basically, it's the advance that the label gives you. Basically, they need to get
Basically.
their money first before you get your money. That
Yeah.
no, some people again, that's the politics of industry. A lot of niggas don't know the
Right.
industry, and hell, I'm not even an artist. They don't even know their
Like
business.
number one, if you're an artist, I'll say mostly for artists and producers that get publishing deals or artists that get a record deal. You know what I'm saying? You got to be careful because a label will spend $1 million on making your record, and you don't even know that's the amount that was spent. You know,
Right.
all you know, you staying in the dope hotels, you working with the dopest producers. You know what I'm saying, you traveling all across the states, whoever, you got the dopest writers, you eating good. They gave you a nice little $200,000-$300,000 check up front, da 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 da.
Paying for it,
Whatever
bro.
the label spends on you up front, they
Paying-
have to make that money back before you start to see anything. So it's
Exactly.
really basically like I don't even want to say it's a loan. It's like, what is this? What's the street name? Like a loan shark.
Loan
Like,
shark,
yeah, like, because the label's a gangster. Because like,
Right.
if you don't make that money back, they're going to hold you. You're going to sit.
Mhm.
And if you got to sit for 20, 30, 40, 50 years, you 75, 85 years old, and still waiting to recoup,
Right.
they're not letting you go. Like, that's just how it gets. That's just how they get
Especially
down.
especially when they know you can sell records. When they know you are unmarketable. And we're gonna get to Trey Songz in a minute. Let me give an example. Like I said, we're talking to multi-platinum producer Troy Oliver. Again, he's from my hometown. Shout out to New London. I gotta keep shouting out, although I had to be pissed
Yeah,
at
New
me.
London. Hey, New London.
They'll
Hey,
talk about
Whaler
us later.
City. Whaler City. Hey.
So look, here's what I want to ask. Sometime with the politics, which is the hot topic here, the industry politics. Let me use someone for example. I'm gonna throw a name out before
I hate it when you do that because you going. I already know you.
see, but look, the politics of this show, you know how we get down. That's what makes our show this. We have niggas and sisters that get in their feeling, they come on this show. That's why this
Mhm.
show's around, because we know what we're doing. But anyhow, let me get
Mm-hmm.
back to the politics of the industry. I'm gonna throw a name out, an industry name that everyone knows. And let's talk about Tamar Braxton. Let me
I
throw a
love
name out.
Tamar.
Hold on. Once upon a time, there was these sisters, 5 sisters, all talented, all in the group. We're talking about the Braxton girls.
I know you're
And
talking about.
Everyone knows the Braxtons. They was like, okay, Tony, we're gonna make you a star. Okay, you girls still on the sideline. Let's fast forward. Tamar wanted to be the Beyonce of the group. She tried it back in, I'm gonna say 1995. I can't remember, with her solo album.
I'm sipping my tea while you talking.
Okay. Let's talk about Tamar. Tamar will forever be Tony Braxton's little sister. I would say this. I love her. She's talented. What's your take on her? And I'm gonna tell you my 4 cents. There's real talk now.
I love Tamar. I've worked. I didn't work. I've worked with her. It's ironic because I worked with her, but when the record that actually made her album, I wasn't even in the studio with her. TC did that, the writer. But now what do you mean? Be specific with your question. You said what I think about Tamar.
Sometimes with the industry politics, that's the hot topic. Basically, you get signed just because. They put you on, just she's Tony's sister. Okay, let's put her on, hoping and wishing we can get Big Sis on the record. Sometimes that's the politics. We really don't want this girl. We really want the sister on the feature. That's some of the politics in the industry. Sometimes who you down with is how some people rock with you, because that's some of the politics of the industry.
Let me correct you.
Correct me.
All the time.
There you go. Politics.
It's not sometimes. The politics of the industry is who you know.
Perfect.
At the end of the day, I know very talented singers. Let me take that back. I know very talented singers. I know a couple of talented rappers. Most of the rappers I hear and deal with, they ain't hitting on nothing. I know a couple of dope. Noid from Connecticut. No Noid? Dope.
Right.
A Noid is real dope. I know a few dope producers that have not been exposed to the game yet, based simply off relationship. It's about who you know, who you connected to.
Look,
And this is what sucks about politics. Somebody could put you in a position and you make one mistake, one little flaw, and that's it. You're done.
That's the politics of the industry. Truth be told, I just texted him this weekend and said, do the show. He said, what you need? I'm there. That's the politics. That's who you know.
All
Look,
about who you know.
But with that being said, I'm gonna use a guest we had last week. This is like one of today's artists, because the new thing now in the industry is competition shows. You know, do them kind of like The Voice, Idol.
Oh, The Voice. Okay, yeah.
Okay, we had a contestant on last week. Shout out to Jay Chosen. He did the show. He was on a major platform.
Okay, Jay Chosen. Okay, I know him.
Okay. They packaged him up really, really nice. Okay, I'm gonna give you the real talk. I ain't gonna go into all the conversation. I talked to his management last week. Her and I had a conversation, and I said, this is my exact words. I said to her, here's the politics of the industry. He's young, but he's acting old. That's his problem. You know what I mean? He's younger than me, but his music is, I'm sorry, I'm gonna call it what it is. When you doing I Love Marvin Gaye cover song, all black people don't buy albums. They don't. They're not gonna stream. I said he needs a fresh new look. He needs a makeover. I think he's a dope artist. And look, and he ain't even my artist. So what's some of the politics of the industry? We can get an artist like that, like don't know what to do with themselves, but has all the talent in the world.
I mean, it's kind of self-explanatory. Like it's either one or two ways. It's either you got to be willing to convert, you got to be willing to adjust, you got to be willing to make the change, or just do it on your own. Because if you want to sign with a major and you're trying to get that major backing, you got to capitulate to what they want.
Right.
You know what I mean? You can't just do your own thing. And that's, I don't want to say it hurts me. I don't know what the word is, but it saddens me to see when I'm saying cats a little older, whatever have you, and they're stuck. Like, you could be older but still be relevant. Like, don't nobody know how old is 2 Chainz?
Look, 2 Chainz, he looks old, but 2 Chainz, 2 Chainz like in his 40s. He's around your age, but he's younger than you.
You know what I'm saying? He's a little younger than me, but he's still popping though.
He's still
popping. What I'm saying? Like, you got to be able to go with the time. You got to be able to reinvent yourself. And it's easier for a rapper than it is for a singer, but for a singer, you still have to be able to like case in point, Usher.
There you go.
He just put out album. It's pretty decent, and he could put out a couple more albums. But Usher's like, man, bump all this. I'm about to go get a residency in Vegas.
Right, but he kept it popping, doing the LMA, doing the Summer Walker. He kept it popping,
doing the collab, staying relevant. You know what I mean? So it's like you still, if you want to have longevity, like you just have to be able to swallow your pride. I mean, at the end of the day, like, yo, it's what it is. And a lot of people don't understand that they're old and their sound is dated, the lyrical content is dated, like the music is dated. And politically, the politics of the game is gonna be like, you'll sit in a meeting and somebody be like, oh, okay, cool, I bet we're gonna hit you back, we're gonna make something happen. And you don't never hear nothing from them again. Because ain't nobody trying to be like, because that age group, you're gonna be considered, you know what I'm saying, urban AC. Oh. Like on adult, I was trying to put it politically correct, like you say, you're old. You know what I'm saying? Old people, like you said, ain't buying records.
Okay, let me tell you a story. Official Raleigh boy. Where my co-host at? Troy, let me tell you, since you my peoples, I'm gonna tell you some real shit. Once upon a time, there was a black boy from New London, me, my hometown. Nobody wouldn't fuck with me. Came to North Carolina. They still wouldn't rock with me. Because there was another dude doing, I did TV. No one wouldn't give me a deal, wouldn't rock with me at all. Nobody. Bad Boy gave my first interview, my first platform. I got I didn't get $500,000 like you, but my first big break, well, I got a 6-figure check. Fast forward, the politics of the industry was, we want Marty, we don't want his team.
Right.
So basically, I try to be, at the time I was young, I was like, I'm trying to be ride or die, loyal, stupid me.
Right.
You know, when you're young, you're stupid. Anyhow, trying to bring my peoples with me. I'm gonna be real talk. They fucked my deal up. So basically,
Yeah.
I got blackballed. They wouldn't rock with me for a few years. I reinvented myself. Just like you said, oh, Marty's popping still. I said, let me call some of my contacts to let people know I still got the plug and say, look, I'm back doing this show. Next thing you know, oh, what's good? And now they want to rock with you all over again. Tell me, that's the politics of the industry. So would you be willing to work with an artist? I ain't gonna co-sign for him. Let's just say if I say, look, I got an artist, I don't, but let's just say hypothetically speaking, if I call you or someone that you rock with and say, look, are you interested in taking a meeting with someone? Would you be willing to take like an interest meeting? What would you do? Would you take that interest meeting?
It depends on who it is.
Okay. Put their package together, what they're trying to do.
It depends on who it is. And, you know, like, I'm 45.
Yeah.
My saving grace is I have children, you know what I'm saying, that help me stay to let me know the scope of the, relevant, the scope of the industry. I see what they listen to, what they like. There's producers that I mentor, but they like more like my little brothers, The Breed. They're out of New Haven, Connecticut.
Okay.
Yeah, you should talk to them too. But like, you know what I'm saying, they keep me relevant. I will. Like Chris Brown, Trey Songz, Dave East, French Montana, Diddy, like they just dropped some new. They work with a lot of new rappers I ain't even never heard of. Like they on some whole other. But like hanging with them, working with them keeps me, you know what I'm saying, fresh. So it's like you gotta have the mindset to do it because real talk, who's listening? When I was young, I had a management team that I stuck with, that I was loyal to, but they weren't really getting me where I needed to be.
Exactly.
And being loyal to a fault, I lost out on a lot of money.
Right.
Because I want to stay, you know what I'm saying, with who I was rolling with instead of just, you know what I'm saying, getting the kahunas to be like, you know what I'm saying, I love y'all, but I gotta let y'all go.
Right.
Because y'all not moving like how I need y'all to move for me right now. I wanted to be loyal. You know what I'm saying? They wanted to look good. They want to party. Right. They want to be able to say, oh, I managed Troy Oliver. But what are y'all doing? You feel what I'm saying? And out of loyalty, I lost a lot of money. Like
sometimes you have to do what's best for the brand. Sometimes me and my co-host, I love him. You know, he still does his stuff. Sometimes I still have to show up. You know, sometimes when my co-host can't make it, guess who still has to come? Me. They're gonna be like, you didn't come. It ain't being shady. It's like, I'm okay, I still gotta show up. Yeah. But people don't realize the politics of the industry because they're gonna look at you and say, oh, Troy Oliver's not showing up. He's not about his business right now. So let's talk about the Trey Songz situation. So did he come to you when y'all worked on that album? Because you did Circles and you did the other joint also. Did he come to you or the label come to you?
2020 Rights. Definitely didn't come from the label. That was all based off relationship I have with Troy Taylor. What a lot of people don't know, I've known Trey Songz since he was 15 years old. Before Troy Taylor signed Trey Songz, I was working in the Hit Factory. I think we were working on Jennifer. I can't remember who but I had a room in Hit Factory. Troy hit me like, yo, I got this new young kid. I want you to hear him. I'm like, nigga, pull up. He came to the studio. It was Trey Songz. Like, yo, what you got for him? I gave him some joints. Trey and Troy went and wrote to him. Came out dope. You know what I'm saying? This is before Trey even got signed. Like, I've known Trey for a very long time.
Building relations.
So, yeah, like, so, you know, down through the year, you know, we would see each other at clubs in New York every once in a while. People always be looking weird because whenever Trey would see me, you know what I'm saying, he showed me mad love. But people don't understand, like, how far we go back relationship-wise. Troy Taylor and my aunt used to be Troy Taylor's day care teacher, like when he was 5 years old. So our family's been connected like that. Troy Taylor is one of the reasons, he's probably one of the two reasons why I moved to Atlanta. Like, he's down here. He's the first person I called when I considered moving here. He's like, yo, if you move here, I got you. Don't worry about it. And that's literally what he did. Like, if it wasn't for Troy Taylor, there would be no Trey Songz. Like, that's that relationship.
That's that good relation right there.
And so I built and I'm continually, so Troy Taylor is a mentor of mine. I'll never deny that. I'm 45-year-old and I have a mentor. I believe everyone should always have a mentor, at least one or two in different areas of your life. Like, I don't know it all. I never know it all. And I need somebody that's going to put me in check and set me straight. I don't need no yes men. I need somebody to be like, yo, that beat is whack. Yo, what are you doing? You're garbage. Yo, you're taking too long. Your procrastination is on a whole nother level. Get your shit together. Like, I need somebody to do that. Like, I'm always, and Troy's that type of dude. Like, he don't cuss no more, but he's that type of dude. So I've built a catalog with Troy throughout the years. And it was crazy because out of nowhere, I could call him like, yo, I'm gonna send you some music. Tell me what you think. And it was another song that didn't actually make the album called Consent. It's supposed to be on the deluxe. I like that. That's the record's hard. I'm like, yo, that's dope. That sounds like Trey on that. He's like, it is. Like, oh, dope. Then like 2 weeks later, yo, I got another song for you. Check this out. Tell me what you think about this. And it was Circles. I'm like, yo, that joint fire. He's like, so I did Circles back in 2017. It was part of the catalog that I had with Troy. And like, I guess while they was working on Trey stuff, they were just, you know, pulling out tracks and just writing to him. So the drums were like real dated. So we had Major. Major did the drums over, and Troy sent it to me. I was like, yo, that's fire. That's doing dope. That happened. It was just like, oh man. He's like, yeah, it's gonna be on the album. Now here's a true story.
Go ahead.
Circles was supposed to drop as a single March 20, whatever the Friday was in March.
This year?
20 something.
This year? Okay.
But obviously because of COVID.
If you end up dropping 2020 riot this past,
I'm about to see you jumping ahead. Me. See, now you jumping ahead. I'm trying to tell a story. Let me tell the story.
Tell your story.
So it was supposed to drop the third week of March. So Troy hit me in February like, yo, congratulations. Trey's dropping Circles as a single. Boom, boom, boom. I'm like, bet, dope. First single I ever had with Trey. I don't know Trey for 15, 16 years. First single I've ever had with him. Actually, first record I've ever had with him. Boom. Country goes on quarantine. So by the second week in March, I'm getting nervous. Like, are they still gonna drop this record? I don't know. Third week come. It's supposed to drop on that Friday. It don't never come out. I hit Troy Taylor like, yo, so what they gonna do? He's like, label pushing back. They're holding back on it. They're not gonna release it right now. Da da da. So for me, I'm like, damn, I missed an opportunity. It's not ever gonna get released. A couple months later, Troy calls me. Yo, Trey wants a record. He wants to do something for the movement. I'm like, all right, bet. I do the how many times joint. Send it back to Trey. Trey loves it. He writes it. I did the track on a Tuesday. Trey recorded it on Wednesday. Friday, Troy and Trey said we want to put a gospel choir on it. I called my worship pastor at the church I play at, Enrique Holmes. Can you put a choir together? The choir comes together within 2 hours. It's like 7 or 8 people. We go to Troy's house. The choir records on it. That was Friday. Saturday it gets mixed. The following Monday, D Nice was playing it. This is when, like, we're in the middle of the pandemic, you know, when D Nice was popping. He's playing it. We're like, oh, wow, it's crazy. Yeah. The following week, they fly the choir out to LA to record a video for it. Like, and that's the how many times joint. You know what I'm saying? And Troy and I decided that we would not collect any money off that record. We just going to, the label, you ain't got to pay us. We just going to send that money to whatever charity y'all choose, Black Lives Matters, whoever, whatever, because that's what we did it for the movement. So the irony is, in the whole story, if you paid attention, I didn't get the single with Circles when I thought I would, but months later, I was able to get another single with Trey that I had no idea was going to happen. Like, it's like the way God works. He's like, okay, you didn't get this single, but I'm going to let you drop this single with Trey. And then a few months later, now we're going to drop Circles. So you still get 2 singles in 1 year with the same artist, and then the record goes #1. Only God do stuff like that.
Yeah. And building those relations. You know, just building those relationships, like you said, because the politics of the industry is all about not getting your feelings. Like some artists. Tell me about a situation like we had today. I try to give an artist a major platform to holler and do something, but they got in their feelings because they don't understand the industry. Shame on him. But anyhow, back to you. Tell me about a time where the industry they wanted you to work with someone. I need a name that they wanted you to work with someone.
You will want a name.
Oh, right. Or just text it to me. Text me the name. That the politics of it. You know how this show is. I need receipts here. No, okay. You tell me one, I'll tell you one. You tell me mine, I'll tell you one of mine. That you probably vibing with. I'm sorry, they wanted you to work with, and you're like, I don't know, but then you try chopping up with them like, nah, we're not really connecting on nothing. He was like, nah, I don't want to work with them. Give me an artist, and I'll tell you artist. I'll tell you artist on my end too.
I'll give you a name because I don't even care. I don't even know, she might even be a stripper now. Nah, she too old to strip. So I'll give you a name. It's Blue Cantrell. I only got one horror story with an artist, and it's with Blue Cantrell. You remember Blue Cantrell?
Yeah. Hit him up style. Who allegedly was sleeping with Jay-Z. Go ahead. Allegedly. But I'm gonna say alleged because I don't want to get sued. And she was an industry girl, allegedly. But continue. The pass around girl, allegedly. Continue.
I'm doing my tea. So I did a record on her album called Risk It All. A friend of mine, Charmel, wrote it. You can Google it now. Blue Cantrell, a record called Risk It All. It's a dope ballad. I was very proud of that because I played guitar on that. True story. I was coming from Connecticut, going in Manhattan.
Okay.
Caught a little bit of traffic, but also I got into an argument that day with my wife at the time, so it made me late. So
which wife? Your first wife, my friend, one I grew up with?
Yeah, first wife. Yeah, Nikita,
okay.
First wife.
Okay.
Yeah, it was back in the day. We got in an argument. I'm running late for the studio. I was pissed off, and we caught traffic. So I got to the studio maybe like an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours late. I don't know. I had one of my cousins with me. His name was Show. Show was like, people thought he was just my cousin, my boy, but he's more like my security, like if I need some, whatever. But you know what I'm saying? But Show was like diesel, like nigga used to bench like 400 pounds. He like, you know what I'm saying? But fam. So he was like my buffer for like the female artists because they always was all like glow over him. Oh my God, he's so, whatever. Yeah. So I get there 2 hours late. I walk in the room, she's already in the booth singing.
Oh.
And without no vocal production or nothing, like she's supposed to wait for me. So I sit down, I'm sorry I'm late. Yeah, I'm like, I'm sorry I'm late, it's traffic. She's like, whatever. Like, mad attitude. Real stink, right?
Stink.
So I'm like, how New York traffic is. I apologize, I'm late down. Let's go. So I'm a vocal producer. So I'm trying to vocal produce the vocals like Gary to do. And she just like was giving me major attitude, wouldn't do anything I told her to do. No, I'm gonna sing it. I want the way I want to sing it. You should have been here on time. That like just mad attitude the whole time. So the writer, the girl that actually wrote the record, Charmel Cofield, she's from Kansas City. I love Charmel. I had to call her in. She lived in Jersey at the time. I was like, yo, you gotta come do this record. You gotta come do these vocals because me and her ain't vibing, and I'm about to leave because if I don't leave, I'm gonna spaz on her. But I don't want to spaz on her because I want to get this check. So I need you to come cut the vocals. So Mel hopped in the whip, came over, cut the vocals with her. Blue literally said, "Okay, I'm gonna work with you," talking to Charmel, but I'm gonna need him to leave the room. Talk about me. I was like, I produced it. What are you talking about?
It's your record. How can you? How's gonna kick you out?
Wow.
It's your record.
Like, you know what? All right. So I left and I sent Show in there. I'm like, Show, go in there, take your shirt off, just sit there in the white beater. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And do what we gotta do to get this record and get this check.
Oh, she's
and
extra.
Yeah. I was like, yeah, that's the worst experience I ever had with an artist. But like, it's a dope record. It came out dope. You were saying she sung her ass off on a record called I Risk It All. It's dope, but yeah, that was the worst experience I've ever had with an artist. Wow.
What about a time forgot my question, but no. What about a time when there's a politics of the industry? Because that's we're talking to multi-platinum producer Troy Oliver. Tell me the politics of the industry where I said before about Wazo or Charlene, about an artist that I'm gonna say a female who has the vocal ability but never got that recognition. I'll say Kiki Wyatt. Dope vocalist, but her personal life at the time overshadowed her.
Don't tell him I've told you this.
Okay, tell me.
Kiki crazy.
What'd you say?
She crazy.
That's what I'm about to say. She crazy as hell. Right. You know, their personal life, because the antics overshadows the talent. Because the politics, they're like, I'm gonna call it what it is. We don't want to fuck with her. That's how it,
literally
because of situations like that. Because you're crazy, literally. Extra, not easy to work with. Sometimes
a diva, just a diva.
Well, yeah. Guys can be divos too, but I'll tell you about that.
Kiki White, hands down, top 3 dopest vocalists I've ever heard in my life.
Yes.
I've ever worked with my life. We spent like 2 weeks, maybe about a week with Kiki. Artist I was working with at the time by the name of Range. He was writing. We spent about a week with Kiki. And I forgot what label she was on. And we did like 3 records. One of them made her project a few years ago. Funny story. Sidebar. I'm gonna come back to this. When Kiki's album came out, I don't care. I'm saying I don't even care. Nikia brought me to child support court, brought the CD in, talking about he just did a song, Kiki White. I want more money.
Right here. Shit, my
wow. I promise you. God about with it. She bought the CD. I was like, what? That's what we doing? Anyway, I don't care. I'll probably get in trouble with that for later. I don't care. I'm grown. I'm gonna get in trouble. What y'all gonna do?
Good and grown.
Anyway, but yeah, so we working with Kiki. True story. So we was working with her with some downtime. We eat whatever. I was like, so, and she had her manager with her, which was a dude, and the record label executive. It wasn't even A&R. It was the exec, like the vice president. And so
big waves.
I didn't care. I was drinking hard liquor at the time. I didn't care. I was like, so, like, how did you get out that situation? Like, whatever happened? Like, did you really stab your husband? She was like, yeah, ask him. He right here. I was like,
oh, it ain't.
Exactly. I was like, oh, okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, like,
woo.
Right.
You know,
true story. I can't make it up. Yeah.
When you talk to artists, let me just say, when you talk to artists and you say, let's say an artist, I'm gonna say a dope vocalist, but sometimes, let's talk real talk, they don't have the full package.
Okay.
Great in the studio, but shitty personality. But anyhow, let me give you a prime example. Hold on, here's a prime example. Let's say it's a dope artist. They can sing, very talented, but they don't know the politics of the industry, meaning they don't know how to do press junkets. Like coming on the Marty A Johnson Show, where you know what you're gonna get yourself into coming in. Like you have to do these type of shows. Don't have to. Like you have to be ready to keep your feelings in your glove compartment. Get your ass up. Get ready to get up out there. Some people want them safe shows. See, you come on this show, you already know I'm not going by a script. You say, okay, Marty's gonna turn up.
Facts. I already know.
So you already know. You know some shows. You already know what you're gonna say. You already know they're gonna school you in on what to say. When you come on this show, shows like this, hell, last week they called me the male Wendy Williams. I take that as a compliment.
Word? Who told you? Who called you that?
He said, oh, he goes in like Wendy Williams. Like, that must be Wendy Williams' little brother. I'll take that as a compliment. Thank you.
Facts. That's definitely a compliment.
they could. They said, "Oh, he's the mayor of Wendy Williams." Like when I said, "Thank you," I said, "Just guess what? You remember this show,
Right? Facts.
period." Someone said that last week. But anyhow, how important is the politics of media, press? Lavelle, you paying attention? Lavelle, you know I love you here on the show, but Lavelle, like I said, I'm using Lavelle. Lavelle did a contest. Lavelle, can you hear me? Okay.
Yeah, I can hear you, Marty.
Lavelle, Troy, Lavelle's
Yeah.
been supporting the movement for a long time. Hell, back when I was on public access, which I appreciate the support. Anyhow, I elevated my brand. I reinvented myself. Hell, they call me the Wendy Williams' little brother. I'll take that. But anyhow, had an artist on. I thought he was gonna be nice, dope. Bro, got in his feelings. I'm like, bro, you gotta come on shows ready. Do your homework. Hell, this could be an opportunity of a lifetime. How break that down? What's the politics of the media press, shows like mine with official board? How important is knowing what to do on this, not getting your feelings, and know how to sell yourself? Break it down, please.
It's tricky as an artist. I don't consider myself an artist. I'm a producer, but some people consider me an artist. You have to be able to pull your emotions out of it. And you can't take shit personal because it's a business, my nigga. At the end of the day, I can cuss. I could be meek. I could just talk freely.
Yeah, let's talk.
All right, it's about to get ripped.
Let's talk.
like
you fuck with me. Come on.
You can't be emotional when it comes to the media because
Especially the Marty A Johnson Show.
If whatever kind of artist you are, if you have studied your craft and on all the elements of your craft, you know that there's going to be time. Well, if you plan on being successful, if you think you're that good, you're going to be in a situation where you're going to be asked some questions that may not feel comfortable, or you may not want to answer, or you may be put on the spot to do some things that you may not feel you want to do. Now, as an up and coming and a new artist, keep in mind, you are not the baby. You are not LMA. You know what I'm saying? You are not Janae Ackle. You are not, you know what I'm saying? He's already, you're not DJ Mustard. Yeah. So it's very important to stay humble. One, I don't care what media you deal with. Stay humble and just go ahead and answer the question. And if it's a question you're uncomfortable with, laugh it off, you know what I'm saying, and change the subject. But you got to know how to do that. You can't take it personal.
Right.
The problem with most artists and why they don't get on, because they take shit personal.
Right.
Like, my nigga, it's a business. I understand you take your music personal, that's your music, and you got feelings and emotions to it. But when it comes, because at the end of the day, the media, that's your promotion. And if you don't got a record label paying the money behind you promoting your album, my nigga, you go ahead and do what you got to do to promote yourself and promote your album. So either answer the question, one, or laugh it off and try to move on and change the subject. Two, or three, just like, I don't even know what three is. Like, you can't lose it, especially when you're up and coming and when you're new. The connection with the media is, especially nowadays, my nigga. We've been in a pandemic for a quarantine for going on about to be a year.
Right.
And don't nobody know when it's gonna let up. So we ain't going out, we ain't doing shows, we ain't doing live interviews. It's all like this. Right. You gotta appreciate one and respect the media. Like if you was asking, Troy, keep it real, tell me what happened to you and your first wife. How many times did you cheat? How many times did you get caught? You feel that? You think you know. You already know one side of the story. You think you know.
Well, Nakia told me a lot, but shout out to her.
that don't necessarily mean it was true.
Right, but that's another interview for the next time.
Yeah. Now we go there though, because I love talking about that. But you see how I got defensive?
Exactly.
You see what I'm saying? I like, you think you know, I'm getting all personal. You can't take, you gotta know how to work the craft.
And the Marty A Johnson Show would not be Marty if I want to ask you a question. I'll just be another Joe Smo doing another interview.
Yeah, nah, you gotta do that. You gotta go against the grain. And so as an artist,
I
as
push the
a
envelope.
producer, you gotta push it. And so anybody that's being interviewed under that level, you gotta understand, like, media is just as important as your producer.
Right.
The media is just important as your PR. PR and media go hand in hand.
Thank
You know
you.
what I'm saying? As your writer, as your
Thank you.
stylist, as the person that's shooting your video. Real talk, the media is more important than all of them because
Right.
media is marketing. That's how you getting out there. Like, it's, to me, that's a no-brainer. But a lot of young
most
people
importantly,
feel
Troy,
entitled.
and especially if that person, and I just use myself, I can only use myself as an example, especially if that person is already tapped in too. Makes a big
Right.
difference too.
Exactly.
Especially if
That's
that
the
person's
difference.
already tapped in. It's a big difference too.
Major
I can only use
difference.
myself. I can't speak to no one else.
Nah, major difference. Like, it is, like, real talk. But even when I first started doing interviews and, you know, stuff like that, it was like little folks I never heard of, never seen. I've never turned down any interview. Any interview that I've ever been offered, I'm talking from 2000 to now. I've taken every interview. I've never turned down an interview with no media outlet, whether it was radio, magazine, live, local TV, whatever.
Everybody.
I've never turned down an interview because I know the importance of it. I don't care if it was someone that had 2 followers or someone that had 200,000 followers.
Right.
Every interview is important. You never know. And you can never be so big that you can't do, like, especially the day and time we living in, man. Like, you can't. Like, this is how you make your money. This is how you eat. And this is how you're
keep
going to
your
grow
name
your
out there.
brand. You're going to grow your brand at the end of the day.
Look,
So
a
for
lot of
me,
people- a
media
lot of
is
people
up
don't
there with
realize
everybody.
that.
Media is up there with everybody. Y'all, it is what it is. Like, that's the game. That's marketing. Media is marketing. And it's marketing that you don't have to pay for.
Pay for, that's right.
Right. But some
Free
people
marketing.
don't get it. Some people don't get
Well.
the business aspect of a lot of things. Hell, there's some people I turned down. Hell, people turn me down.
They in the wrong business.
Even now, some people even turn established artists. They turn me down. Then fuck around. I interview one of their counterparts. I'm like, bro, you didn't want to do the interview. Too bad. I asked, and I reach out. Sometimes they be like, let's do the show. Let's do it. Look, I'll give you a prime example. I'm gonna call it what it is. Sorry, Chauncey, don't get in your feelings. Chauncey I'm call it what it is. Teddy Riley did the show. What up, Teddy? Shout out to Teddy.
Right.
Teddy Riley did the show with us. I was like, look, Teddy's people came to me and said, don't ask him about Guy, don't ask him about Chauncey. I said, pause. Marty, don't do that.
Right.
I said, either he want to do the show. I said, because I set the standard for my own brand.
Right.
Right off the bat.
You got to.
Tell Marty he can't act this. I said, no. You ain't coming on the Marty A Johnson Show and tell me what not to act. That's not what it is.
Right.
So anyhow, he did the show. We talked about Chauncey, blah, blah, blah. I said, bet. Chauncey, there's 2 sides to every story. What's good? Come on out. He follows me sometimes. Right. He chimes in. Hell, I even send him a DM. Yo, you want to do the show? There's 2 sides to every story. Let me hear your side.
Right.
He didn't want to do it. I'll take it back to from your era. A lot of females, they love it. You remember the group Changing Faces? I want to stroke you up.
I got a story about them, but go ahead.
Okay. Cherie, one of the members, Cassandra Lucas, who thought she was the Beyonce of the group. But anyhow, she didn't want to do the interview. She did not want to do the interview. Anyhow, I went to the venue. I did it with her counterpart, Cherie. I said, next thing you know, they see me posted up with her. Ring, 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 calls my peoples. Oh, Cassandra wants to do the interview because you got her group member on there. I said, I'm sure she does.
Right. Let me tell you a story about them real quick.
Go ahead.
Before I signed any deal, before I got any placement, before I got anything, Changing Faces were direct. No, they was big. They had a record out with Robert, whatever. I get a call from my aunt, Troy. I'm in a hair salon getting my hair done. Yep. Changing Faces is here. I was living in New London. They was getting their hair done in New Haven.
Okay.
My aunt called me. Troy, come. I'm telling them all about you. Come play them some music.
Well, both girls there, just one of the girls. Both the girls were there?
Both. The group.
Oh, I'm on my way. Say no more.
Because they had a show. I'm in the car. You know Marcus Clack?
Of course I know Marcus. Yes.
That was my manager at the time. We hop in the Jetta. Boom. we get there, right? No, was it Mark and Marcus? You know Mark Wilson?
I don't remember that name.
They were my manager at the time. Anyway,
Okay,
we
good.
get there. Boom. We go in there. You know what I'm saying? My management do all the talking. I'm like, hey, nice to meet you, whatever, da da da. And you know, back then I had cassette tape. I put my tape in.
Right.
I'm playing tracks. Da 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 da. They was like, okay, nice, thank you for coming out. Goodbye. Like they like straight play me like,
Yeah,
get out of here, like little nigga in this little homie, little
right,
town, whatever
right.
type. Like play me. And the
Little
track that they
local
turned,
dude. Yeah.
the track that they turned down ended up being the single for 7 Mile.
Wow.
Do your thing. Like it ended up being a single for another artist. And then like, of course, years later when I had the Ginwine stuff popping, they was trying to whatever they was trying to do. I got the call. I was like, I'm not trying to be shady or nothing, but like, you know, I don't know what I have for them. You know, not even being shady. Like I didn't know they were still together. I didn't know they were still a group. But it just goes to show, like, you know, just that's the politics of it. Like some people will get to a level, and they wasn't stars. They just had a record that was doing well in Black music.
Yes.
That's not
But
what you need everybody.
But they felt like they can treat. You feel what I'm
The own
saying?
people.
Like,
Yeah.
They will be
like they, yeah, literally, like they didn't even get like. I was like, okay, but I'm gonna tell you that shit motivated me
It does.
because I knew. I'm not gonna say I knew I was hot, but I knew I had what it took. Like I knew what I was destined for, and them treating me it's a different. It's okay if you don't like my music. It's a different way to say it. Like I get people send me tapes and demos or whatever and emails all day every day. There's a certain way you gotta handle people. Like I don't handle people. You gotta handle people. You gotta treat people the right way.
It's all your delivery on what you give to them.
Nigga, the same way you go up, the same way you come down.
Right.
Like everybody don't stay on top all the time. I can promise you, anybody that's in the music industry, it's mountains and valleys. You ain't always have money. It's been time when you was broke, my nigga, and you had to borrow, you had to beg, you had to steal, you had to get part-time. Like we ain't, once you get in the game, you don't stay in the game and you don't always on top. It's mountains and valleys to this. Like
that's Act Marty.
until you get
right.
until you get to a certain point and a certain age and a certain level, a certain mentality, like, oh, now I got it. Now with this check, I'm gonna make sure I'm coasting.
You on that? You stay on that same plateau. Before I even tell you good night, I want to know about an artist, a name, that artist that turned you down. Hell, Nelly turned me down for an interview. Nelly turned me down. Fuck around. He turned me down the same day Wayne said yes.
Wow. The irony.
The irony. Nelly said no. He said, no, you can't interview me, but you can interview Murphy Lee.
Murphy Lee.
you know, that's one of his labels, his label.
Right.
I asked Nelly and Wayne for an interview at the same time. True story. Nelly said no, but you can interview, it was Murphy Lee, Big Gift, remember Gift from Goody Mob, and Ali.
I remember Gift.
You interview all three of them, but not Nelly. Then fuck around, Wayne said yes on the same day.
Wow.
But anyhow, back to you. Yeah. Tell me about a time when an artist that we know turned you down, that you submitted a record to, turned you down, but you end up giving it to someone else that became like a hit.
I can't think of that right now. Like, because in my line of work, I'll be completely honest with you. I'll play someone 20 records, and if they like 2, that's a good meeting.
Okay, that's true.
Like, that's just how this industry goes, because everybody vibes differently. Everybody's looking for something different. I can't tell you how many times I play someone, or I'll go into a certain meeting and I play someone 3 records and they love all 3. Another meeting, I have to play 20 and they're like 2 or 3. So it's like, it's hard for me to give that question an answer. I can't really think of anybody.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me the situation on this, the money situation. As a producer, when someone reaches out to you, do they have to pay a certain fee, which I know they do, when they get on the album? Or let's say Blue Can Trail, someone that doesn't even make the album. you pretty much just do the record and you still get your money for it, or when they make the record, how's the money different?
Well, basically, I won't say basically, typically, as a producer, there's called a front end and a back end.
Okay.
And basically, like if let's just say I did a record for like Migos,
okay,
and they liked it, they recorded it, and it's gonna be on the album. Let's say my fee is $15,000. The front end of that is gonna be $7,500.
Okay.
I'll get that after the record is recorded. I won't get the other $7,500 until the record is released.
Okay.
Now,
what if it's not released?
Then I don't get the other $7. Then I don't get the $7,500.
Okay.
I don't get the whole $15,000. You know what I'm saying? I only get the front end, the $7,500. True story. There's an artist that I had signed to me back in the day named Tasha Ramos. We did a record called Strawberries. Record was fire, still fire to this day. I sold that record 3 times to 3 different artists. 3 different labels wanted that record. It was so dope. I sold it to, I think it was Arista wanted for somebody. I think they wanted for Sierra first. Sierra couldn't record it, couldn't deliver it, but they gave me my front end, which was $20,000.
Okay.
Then, this was 20 years ago. Somebody else wanted it. They didn't take it, got another $20,000. Their artist couldn't deliver it. Somebody else wanted it, another $20,000.
Okay.
But their artist couldn't deliver it because the girl that originally sang the record sang it so good,
right,
like nobody could deliver it. Like,
but the girl wasn't known as at the time. Maybe a Sierra. They didn't want to rock.
She wasn't even signed. She was artist. No,
okay,
she wasn't signed. She was artist. Nothing. So I got $60,000 for one song, but I never seen a residual check because it never came out. So I never got a royalty. I never got a mechanical. I never got publishing. But you know, I partied and got drunk and bought a car.
Before we leave and tell you good night and all that, what's on the next horizon? Are you still getting submission? Well, I'm sure labels are still hitting you up and all that stuff. What is next on the horizon? Even though it's a pandemic, you still working.
I am, and I'm blessed. I thank God for it. I thank God every day. I'm actually going to step into an arena that I haven't stepped into in a while. I'm looking for artists. I'm about to start working with an artist named Kai. She's dope. I'll send you a link on her. Okay. She's from Jersey. And
where she live at now?
Her. She's in Jersey, from Jersey.
Okay, how about this? Since I fucked with you, she can do the show with me next week. How about that?
Dope.
You know I look
She's
out.
Dope. Take it easy on a little bit though. You gotta her first time. Take it easy on.
Just tell her. Okay, tell her to do her research. How about that?
All right, fair is fair. All right.
Okay,
fair. That's fair.
Look, I'm be mildly light. Just tell her. How about that? She can do the show tomorrow. I mean next week.
Yeah. All right. So
you said take it easy on her.
Yeah, take it just light. Go light. So I'm trying to sign her. I haven't signed the artist in years because I just didn't find the artist that I want to work with. And just, I'm building the catalog, still working. I'm on the spot right now. I can't think. It's a lot of things we got in the work. A lot of artists are working, and we just submit music and, making it happen. Shout out definitely Troy Taylor, my mentor, Delonte Murphy. He's over there at Empire. He has actually his own label and own distribution situation. Delonte and I have just partnered up. So we're going to be doing things together musically with rappers, the singers, just artists, just out here in Atlanta, politicking. I just connected with, oh my God, these niggas is fire. They're from LA, called Papa and something. You ever heard of them?
Yo, hold on. On a side note, do you know Josh from New London? J Beats? See, he's my age. Josh Adams, he's from New London, a white boy. He worked with Nicki Minaj and all that. He did Outkast.
Nah. You know who I fuck with from New London? Brian J.
For real. They're good peoples.
Yeah. I fuck with Brian because my boy manages him. My boy, he don't manage him. My boy E. Eric Morin.
Okay.
But yeah, I don't know Josh.
Wow.
Never heard of him.
Oh, yeah. I was just kind of curious. When I was having to meet him, they invited me to the Stankonia Studios, and we was chopping it up, vibing. They was like, "Oh,
Stankonia, that's out here, ain't it?"
Yeah. No, when I hit you, this is a while ago. When I first hit you up,
Okay.
It was your daughter's graduation, son, your twins' graduation or birthday or something. When I text you.
Okay. Gotcha.
But anyhow, he's from New London, and there's another guy your age. You know Kyle, though, right? With the clubs and all that. He's your age. And he says Kyle.
I don't mean that. That don't mean nothing. Jake and Papa. That's the nigga. Jake and Papa. Look them up on Instagram.
Okay.
So I'm gonna be working with them in the near future. Hopefully, I don't know what's going on with the election because we've been on this interview. Not in LA, but I'm trying. They'll be flying here depending on how these Trump supporters act down here. You know, they out here.
Honestly,
you know, I don't
remember I told you I'm coming this weekend. I ain't coming because these motherfuckers might be crazy out here. I said, let me pause.
It depends on who wins. Like,
depending on who wins.
Like, they wilding. Like, I ain't worried about it. I'm strapped. I'm good. I'm
good.
Plenty strapped. Plenty strapped. Like, I ain't worried about that. You know, but
My house renovated. But look, I want to say thank you and all that stuff. You know, I rocked with you hard and all that.
Absolutely. So, appreciate you, man.
Do you want to y'all get out y'all can follow him on social media. Don't be soliciting information, blah blah blah. Y'all can still follow him, even though he's not he don't care if he gets 1 million followers, but you can shout. What's your social media?
Troy_Oliver. That's Instagram. Twitter, I'm Troy Oliver. Facebook, Troy Oliver. TikTok, Troy Oliver. On Snapchat, Mr. Troy 40. I'm on everything.
Hold on. LaBelle, anything you want to ask Troy Oliver before we tell him good night? Let them ask their questions. I'm sorry, I'm rude as hell.
Honestly, man, my questions would go forever, man. So like,
what's an important one? Go ahead.
If I had to choose one question, I would ask you this, Troy. As far as placements and licensing, because I know as far as being my ASCAP and all that stuff, it can get too technical. But what are the best types of placements to look for after registering yourself as a songwriter or a producer?
I would say right now, sync commercials, TV commercials, radio commercials. Real talk. Y'all know that Hardee's commercial? Hardee's, we got the meat and the beat come in. Boom, 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 boom,
boom, boom. Yes.
The producer of that gets $90,000 every 6 months.
Wow.
It's fine.
Because Hardy keeps
is that you?
Whatever the contract.
Is that
it's
you?
Not me.
Okay.
Nah, he's a Sony writer. He's a Sony producer. Only one I know. He's a Sony producer, and I'm with Sony. He gets that's sync. Now sync, I won't say it's the easiest and the quickest, but it kind of is quicker than far as getting a placement. Like, and that's a good way to transition and to get into like a song placement. Sync music, because the thing about sync music, you get on a commercial that's playing all across the country. It's going to generate income, and it just generating income puts you in a position where you can be more comfortable to do other things. But that commercial, that sync music,
real quick, can you explain? Like, I know it's probably like syndication and all that, but what's the difference between like sync and like a regular placement? Like the distinct difference? Because I know some of the differences, but like, just what is the difference monetarily, and what is the difference as far as the process?
Okay, so sync music is TV or radio commercial, or even in a TV show, or I don't think they consider movie placement sync. No, but TV show, radio, TV commercials is sync. Actual placement is getting a song placed on an artist's album. With both situations, you need a relationship to make it happen. The difference in payment is getting a placement on an artist's album. It takes a little longer to get your bread than it does with sync. Let's say it's Friday. Let's say it's Friday the 13th, and you got a sync placement. They're going to send you your paperwork by the following Wednesday, and by the following Friday, you'll have a check. And then you'll have reoccurring checks as long as your sync music is playing on TV or radio. Let's say you get a placement on an artist on the 13th. You might not get your contract to the 15th of 2 months later. And you might not get your check for like 6 months later. And that's just
you better have some money saved up.
That's just the front end. Remember I told you the front end and the back end?
Right.
Now, I'm giving you worst case scenarios. All labels don't operate like that, but a lot of labels do. Like if I get a placement on the 5th of the month, say I get a placement on the 5th of January, I may not see my front end of that money, which may be like 4, 5, 7,000 of a record that I got placed on the 5th of January. I might not see that money till like the 10th of July.
Right.
And there's a good chance. And if it don't make the album, I may not ever get paid. And so for the last 6, 7 months, y'all been stringing me along. No, you might not even get the front end if it don't make the album. So y'all been stringing me along for 6, 7 months. I'm thinking I'm about to get 5, 6 grand, and then it don't never come. So it's like the placement on albums is real touchy-feely, and it's all about relationships. The best way to get a placement on an album is to be connected either directly to the artist or to the artist management.
Right.
A&Rs are cool, and they have a stake in it, so they can almost guarantee a placement, but they can't. You connect with the artist, that's still not a guaranteed placement, but you got a better chance.
Right.
I say sync, commercial, and radio, the money comes faster and it's more consistent. And you know you're going to get a check. With an artist, there's no guarantee you're going to get a check.
Understand.
So what do you want to ask Troy Oliver?
I want to ask, what exactly would you look for in one of the artists that you trying to manage or put out?
Are you talking about like a local or unsigned artist? Are you talking about unsigned?
Yeah, like you looking, from my understanding, you looking for unknown people and putting them out there.
Right.
What is it? How would you how would somebody catch your eye or catch your ear? What would they have to do?
That's a good question. I can't give you everything that I'm looking for because I want it to be organic and genuine when I do meet someone. But you know what I'm saying? Because some people will come to you like, oh, he's looking for this. Let me be this, or let me portray that I'm this so he can mess with me. But what I will tell you, I'll tell you this, there's a process that I use, and a lot of people from my generation, and even some of the younger guys, is a process that I use. It's called the process of elimination. And I first want to see if you're built for the industry. And when I meet a new artist that I really want to work with, that I like, that I vibe with, and I think they have the potential, I have to test their endurance. I test their level of patience. I test their emotions. I test their mentality, and I test their psyche. And the first thing I do, real talk, I'm gonna put this out there, and I'm giving away one of my secrets, but I can say it because I've given it away and people still don't pass the test. The first test I do is I meet somebody, I'll work with them, we'll do a song or two, and I'll communicate with them for like 3, 4 weeks, a month, and then I'll ghost them. I'll ghost them as long as I can, like 2, 3, 4 months. They won't hear nothing from me. And I literally just want to see how you handle rejection. Because if you want to be an artist in the music industry,
how to handle that?
Your level, your mental and your emotional capacity to handle rejection, you can't have none. And you can't even have an ego. I'll give you a prime example. I did it with this one dude years ago, right? He's from New York, and it was Jay something. I seen him at a talent show. He could blow. He was dope. Like, yo, let's hook up, whatever, da. We did a record. It was dope. We communicated for a couple of weeks. I ghosted him. 3 weeks later, he texted me, cussing me, you black mother, you ain't fit, you think you this, da. I wish I never met you, wait till I see you on the street, like going sick. And I'm like, wow, you can't take rejection from me. What if you get signed by the label and they make you sit for 7 to 8 months and you can't sign with nobody else? What if you sign with a record label, they make you work with a producer you don't want to work? Are you gonna cuss them out? Right. Because at the end of the day, if you get signed through the label, it's gonna be through me. And they ain't gonna be looking at you crazy. They're gonna be looking at me crazy. Like, who have you brought us? Like, who is this guy? So I'm not trying to break. Another prime example, I did with another artist from here from Atlanta, a chick, female. She was dope. She could sing, pretty, young girl, looked good. She could write, sing, had the package. I ghosted her. She hit me again on Instagram like a year or two later, and I told her what I did. She's like, well, you didn't break me, and da. I'm like, I wasn't trying to break you. I was just trying to see where you were at mentally. Can you handle rejection?
Right.
Because rejection is the number one enemy of any artist in the music industry. And if you can't handle rejection, I can't work with you.
Right.
That's just level one.
Just ask Marty A Johnson. He got rejected 73 times before he got his first big break. Hell, true story.
You feel what I'm
73
saying?
times. Ask Marty A Johnson. Me. Charlene. What do you want to ask Mr. Troy Oliver? Oh, on a side note, Troy, you know what we need to do? Because, you know, I like to work too. I'm not an artist. We should do like a seminar. Artists. I tell my media. If I need to come to Atlanta, I will.
Absolutely.
I'm
Absolutely.
serious.
I'm down.
A 1 day, 2 day seminar. I'll tell them all about media. Hell, you gotta be ready.
You know, I love giving information. I love helping. I don't mind. Like I'll tell it all. Like
I'll tell them the ins and outs, how to do media. I think that'd be a dope session.
That'd be real dope.
Hell, I can do it during the pandemic. I'll be 6 feet away. Just make sure.
Yeah.
Seriously.
I'm down. I'm down. I'm with it. Let's do
And
it.
have my co-host do the commentary. Charlene, what do you want to ask Mr. Oliver?
My thing was what Wazo asked, so he already answered my question.
Oh. So Troy, if someone goes on your Instagram right now and DMs you and say, Marty sent me to you, what would you say? I'm just giving you the prime. You know, people love the name drop quickly.
Right.
Oh,
Right.
I'm down with Marty. I know Marty. And first thing you say, Marty didn't text me and tell me.
No cat. No cat. No cat. That
It's
first
like-
time I haven't heard from Marty. No, real talk.
Go ahead.
Can I be honest with them? I'm not even gonna respond. I'm not gonna respond. Because unless you hit me and give me the heads up.
Right.
If they come to me on their own, like, hey, I'm such and such, I want to, you know, saying you check my music. I check some of those emails. But when you start name dropping and the person that you name dropping hasn't reached out to me,
No.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I can't trust you. You
Like,
done
Marty-
started the relationship.
No, Marty
on
Tech
some
knows my
years.
number.
Yeah.
No, true story, facts. When I text him, he texts me right back. He does. I'm not gonna lie. I'm like, yo, I text him on. I'm gonna say it was a Friday. It was a Friday. Yo, do the show on Tuesday. What you need from me? I don't know how to do social media. It got good. See me no link. No, but real talk. When you really fucks with someone, you gonna make yourself available and give them that Hollywood talk. When people want to do interviews in the pandemic, ain't no one that busy. Not even Beyonce.
Not in the pandemic, my nigga. Not in the pandemic.
With that being said, but we appreciate. I can talk to you all night, but no, let's make something work. I'll probably say after the holidays because everyone's in holiday mode right now.
Yeah, let's set it up, man. I'm down with it. We can do a little seminar.
No,
I'm with
seriously, I'll be glad to do it.
Charlene, what you do?
I sing.
Oh, you sing? Let me hear some.
Okay. Say what you mean and mean what you say. Love works better that way. Oh, say what you mean and mean what you say. Love works better that way.
That's something you wrote?
No, that's Queen.
That's Queen. Okay,
Is
I
it
don't know that
gospel?
song.
No, Troy's in the church. He's in the gospel. Troy, hold on before I go.
Okay.
How
I
do
like
you
a
do
tone.
the pop
Wazo,
smoke?
you
Go ahead.
rap? Who spit on here?
I'm a spitter. I want
Lavelle. See, your contest
I wanna
winner.
see.
He fucked it all the way up. You see, right?
I didn't know his nerves was gonna hit him that hard. I ain't gonna lie. I got a whole
Well,
list
back
of
to you.
spit.
Spit something, Lavelle. It's about you now. Fuck him.
Shit, the way they beating us, it's like Odysseus, a sight that's odd to see. Words have them split from a curve, just like apostrophes. Honestly, I avoided this shit like colonoscopies. Now my isosceles is an angle of trigonometry. So, you can get exposed as they say, have ratchets start blasting. And that's a real bitch cut off like Tamar Braxton. I must explain to you that it's nothing that chop your brain to you and have these cockroaches on the floor like Dance-a-mania. The Cosby, show me towards the bread, get clock sleep and don't wake up like the alarm chief. It's Carolina, kill them softly with the skill. Even this scored and break up a home like Lauryn Hill. How you feel? Is that your family crib is where we all go. Your family matters, but I still force them to the wall though and kill them all slow. And don't you worry about your mom, yo, because I'm an injured world the day after tomorrow.
Okay.
Oh, well, do I need to put hold on, do I need to put everyone on?
Okay.
I need everyone get on a contract or something so I can get my little percentage. I need to get my little contract. I need to get my paper.
He said some shit.
I know.
The metaphors is dope. I like that. Yeah, metaphors is dope.
Appreciate you.
So, if you need me to send them to you, I'm coming. When you want me to bring them to you, I will.
That shit was dope.
I'm about to bring. I'm about to bring them to you.
Why is Uncle Poor? I'm telling you, I'm coming this weekend. You ain't saying nothing.
So Troy, I'm here. Here's the idea I'm gonna pitch to you. Look, you see this, you hear this first on the Marty A Johnson Show. I know a female. See, it'd be dope. I know a look in a different. I don't give you black, white, green, and purple. Give me black, white. I know someone. I can have her as a basically she's a talent manager for like hip hop artists, R&B artists. She's a white girl, which is even better. So, sorry, sisters, but I ain't prejudiced.
No. We're from New London. We don't. Yeah.
No. I know her. Right. No, I think I can put something together. And if I need to come to Atlanta, I can do it before the holidays. If I want to do it right, do it after the holidays.
What she do? What's she made
her name? She's on. Her name is Elise. Elise, you're welcome. Nah, her name is Elise. She pretty much is a talent. She's a talent manager. She managed the artist Jay Chosen, the gentleman I told you from The Voice.
Okay. Yeah.
But she rubs shoulders. Basically, she's one of them folks. She's plugged in, but she's not plugged in. That's a nice way of saying it. She needs that extra step. She needs a whole fresh new outlook, basically.
Okay.
She's plugged in, but I think she needs to be down with a younger circle that's more hip.
Gotcha.
That's a nice way of putting it. She's plugged in, but her circle is like our uncles.
Okay, I got you.
Follow me. They're not on the 2021. They're
right.
They're legendary, but they're not on the new wave like this.
Right.
I think me, you, and her, we can do something. And throw my co-host Mr. Rodboy in.
Where's she at? Where's she based out of?
She was just there last week in Albany. She's in LA, but if I call her and say we're going to Atlanta, we all gonna come down there.
Well, let's set it up for after the holidays. Let's set it up.
Perfect. So he doesn't give me Hollywood talk either. This is gonna be for real. We can make it happen. All right. So look, I can talk to you all night. Are you gonna be in New London for the holidays, or all your family's there?
Nope.
You gonna be down there?
Staying in Atlanta.
Perfect.
Yep.
I'm coming down in 40 years out. We're gonna at least chop it up and do lunch or something.
Dope.
All right. So we're gonna holler at you. I'm gonna still talk to my panelists and all this. Y'all salute to Troy Oliver. We talked to him
appreciate the
hour and a half.
Appreciate it, man. I know.
Appreciate you, bro.
It's always good talk.
Always.
All right, man. Be easy out there.
Gone.
All right. So Charlene, how was that, Charlene?
That was amazing.
Huh?
That was amazing.
You enjoyed yourself.
I really did.
On point ready. She was ready too.
Dog, you damn right.
So look, you gotta be ready. You gotta be ready at all times. You gotta be ready at all times. So Charlene, you feel good? Feel inspired?
Yes, I do.
I'm gonna put something together. Lavelle.
Yo.
See, this was your shine now. How do you feel, Lavelle?
Hey man, I feel good. I ain't gonna lie, man. It was good to, spit something real quick and just get something off. I really wanted my people to shine, the Gate City Booming contestants to shine. But
I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But you're right. You always gotta be ready. I wanted to showcase that just real quick. I don't know what you're talking about. We come on the Marty A Johnson Show, just like what Troy Oliver said. Again, shout out to Troy Oliver. You gotta be ready, especially on this show.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
Look, you chopped it up, gave you some good insight.
Absolutely.
I'm gonna shout out Hip Hop Elise. I'm gonna do something with it. Lavelle, when I come down, you have to come with us.
All right.
You just can't be starstruck.
No, man, I'm good.
Charlene, you want to come?
Of course.
So, Wazo, how do you feel, Wazo?
I love it, man. Any time somebody that's, you know, established like that, be dropping jewels, I'm down there picking their last one of them up, man. I ain't playing.
75 million records total, all the albums he sold. 75 million. He's doing he's doing just fine.
And he was keeping it real too. He was.
You know what? I loved his energy.
Yeah, he
Now,
was
he had
telling.
a dope vibe for real. His energy was off the charts. Like he just came up here and he was like so open, like
Right.
you know, like all
real talk, no bullshitting.
Yes, I love that. I love.
Bill, you was like you in your feelings still. Lead him alone from your. Oh, look like he's disappointed on his peoples.
Oh yeah.
No, baby, you got the shot.
I was surprised about. I was a little surprised, but I'm not gonna say I'm disappointed.
I was like, you was like, you don't want to speak nothing? No, I'm in my feelings. Okay, bye. Charlene, this is for the past 3 weeks now, huh?
Yeah. Are you kidding me?
Wow, yeah. This is 3 weeks in a row, huh?
Charlene, I was just that surprised. Are you kidding me? But
Bonzo, this is 3 weeks in a row. Someone got in their feelings, huh?
Oh my goodness.
There's always a nigga too. It's always a dude.
Lord mercy.
I ain't got to prove to nobody, Marty. I ain't got nothing to prove to nobody, man. Nobody.
I mean, you told you spit, son. What you say? I mean, sing, son. You said, I'm ready.
You daggone right. You always stay ready.
So look, Lavelle, what's all your information? What's next on your horizon next week? Tell me.
Man, we got a new series about to launch off. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to announce it right now. Soon we're going to announce it on the Marty A Johnson Show. I'm going to say something about it. But you can follow me at Lavelle the Artist, exactly how you see it. There's underscores in between Lavelle and the artist. You should come right up on Instagram. Antoine Lavelle on Facebook. Like I said, shout out to all the contestants again, man. I wanted to quickly, can I quickly just shout out some of the contestants real quick?
Please, go right ahead.
Huncho Smooth, crazy with the vocals on your verse. Good job, bro. Cornbread Jones, crazy with the acrobatics. Lyrically, the Stephen Curry line was fire. Vice V, you already know, aka E-Ray, been going crazy on his with the police brutality. I love that part in the verse. AP Dover, shout outs to you. Dope verse. You already know Crazy Mike. He's gonna be on the unseen. His didn't even drop. But I just want to shout out to you for putting in the work. Bongo Mo, you already know Fam First. Bongo did another kind of analytical thing with the police brutality and stuff. Really heartfelt verse. We got Oye, he killed it. Like he came in almost last minute with a buzzer beater submission and he killed it. Roddy Roll, shouts to Roll, you already know Boom Sound. I'm gonna show him some love on his verse. Ice the Rapper had probably some of the hardest back-to-back battle rap structure bars. He's up and coming too. Shouts to Ice the Rapper. Leb the Beast, battled him last year in New York. He had a nice verse when he submitted his. Appreciate the metaphor you put on that one. Baby Scrap 1500, crazy verse as well. Street City Eli, shout outs to you. And hopefully I ain't forgetting nobody. I know I am. But yeah, we done with Gate City Booming, y'all. We moving on.
Are you gonna do another one or no?
So I'm gonna do something similar. I may do a part 2, but it's gonna be a little different. I don't know how COVID is going, but I'm looking at some. I got some events coming out in public soon, so I don't know. I'm not implementing Gate City Booming with the public stuff just yet, but we're definitely gonna try to make it a little bit more in person, a little bit somehow, where people can actually showcase their stuff, you know, on stage. You know, probably get some royalties for their records that they have. Kind of expand the idea a little bit. But yeah, shouts to everybody that did their thing, man. And shouts to you, Marty, for bringing on Captain, our winner, even though I know how you
congratulations. Right, I'm not a hater. I'm just doing the show. I didn't do nothing wrong. I didn't do nothing wrong. Well, if I did anything wrong, please tell me.
I ain't heard not yet.
Look, I ain't do nothing wrong. When I get on shows, I at least do my research. Before I go in places, wow.
Shout out to Jason Isaac as well for like.
Oh yeah, shout out to Jason Isaac and Lavelle underscore the artist.
Absolutely.
Wanzo, what's next on your agenda? Because I didn't wear my cowboy hat for you riding that clock.
You man, yo. I got you. Now I'm supposed to actually come down to Atlanta this weekend and do some recording with somebody that could helpfully show me what they could do, man. I'm gonna show them what I could do.
Well, if you really go in inbox me, I'll link you up, but so it won't be Troy Oliver, but I can tap you into somebody. If you really go in,
I'm already linked. You already introduced me now.
Huh?
You already introduced me now. We already linked.
Look, there you go. But if you need someone else, I know some people. I can at least give you 3 references. I was like, tap in with this one, this one, this one. At least if you need some people, I can get you plugged in. At least you can chop it up. At least sit down.
That's what's up.
But Team Wazos, what's your information?
Yeah, Team Wazo everywhere. TEAMWAZO. Look me up, listen to me, check me out, man, and tell a friend.
And Charlene, why was you in that new video, Me, with Jay Renee? Why wasn't you in the video? Because it said featuring you. Because why come you wasn't in the music video?
It was her time to shine, and I was cool without doing it. But I really enjoyed the whole experience. I really did.
I was like, what? It said featuring Charlene. I said, where's Charlene? I didn't see you in the video.
Pop the shit out in that damn song.
So you saying you did the background vocals?
That no, the talking part in it when it breaks down, that's me.
Perfect. Again, my co-host had technical difficulty. Shout out to him, but for real, I'm gonna link up with them. I'm actually about to call Hip Hop Police real quick and say hello to her. But look, we got a celebrity interview next week. That's already confirmed already. Somebody that you all know. I'm gonna give y'all a hint in the inbox probably Friday. It's already confirmed already.
Hold on, because I gotta do my social media.
Oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
Charlene F. Pridgeon on Facebook, Charlene Pridgeon on Instagram, and Pridgeon Charlene on Twitter.
Perfect. So look, y'all be safe. Look, I appreciate all y'all. Again, shout out again to Troy Oliver. And I'm gonna see y'all next week because my kids got school in the morning. And see y'all later. Now, appreciate y'all again. I'm gonna let y'all next week. Father, if you need information, inbox me. Charlene, I'll call you in a minute.
Okay, sweetheart.